Hey, what's up? It's Cabbie.
You're back, man.
I am back. I just got out of prison, and I did 1 year for a misdemeanor tax violation, and I went from Fort Dix to Fort Devens, and I'm here to see Howard and say what's up, and the whole crew, and I miss them, and I miss you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, not really. Thank you.
You weren't thinking of me?
Nah, it's good to be back, man. I've been gone. I dropped like 80 pounds.
Yeah, man, you look good.
It's crazy, right?
You can completely see it in your face, especially.
Yeah. So I'm out. I'm free, and I'm just gonna go and say hi.
Yes, Gary.
So I know we have the gossip game, and I've got Cabbie waiting in the wings. Just tell me what you want to do next.
Well, I think we should do the Cabbie interview next. You never know with that guy. He could be back in jail before you know. Don't you think, Robin?
Absolutely. This is breaking news.
It looks great.
He looks good?
I mean, he looks great.
Did you recognize him?
Almost not at first. I mean, he's down to the thinnest I've ever seen him, and he's dressed nice.
He's been out of prison maybe an hour.
That's amazing.
He did his time.
An entire year.
His name is Crazy Cabbie. Some people just call him Cabbie.
Or Lee now, right?
Sometimes Lee, and there might even be, there's a hint that there might be another new name.
Well, I thought he'd given all that up and he was going to be Cabbie because he spent so much time building that brand, if you will.
When Cabbie went into prison, there were no such things as cell phones. This is a very different man.
Wow.
Gonna make me cry. Look at this guy. Come here, give me a hug. Come here. You did your time. Look at this guy. Boy, you look different.
What's up, man?
Come here.
My guy. The only motherfucker who wrote me in jail.
Damn right.
I can't write.
Robin doesn't. Robin did write, but
Tried to show up too.
I did.
You've got a nice haircut.
Crazy.
Crazy Cabbie.
That's a prison haircut.
That's
I didn't even have
barber?
to pay sex for that haircut.
Wow.
Wait, I just want to do this real quick. Fuck.
Yeah.
You're holding your ass before you sit down. You're not still sore.
Well,
Been a year.
we'll go there.
Cabbie, first of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
And
Nice digs, man.
let me tell you
It
something.
even smells assy fresh. Wow. I do got some scuffs on my knees. You want to see?
What's that
See? Can you see my scuffs?
What's going on?
Prison softball, man. I was a champion in the softball league.
Talk to me, man. This is unbelievable.
What's up, Cam?
Yo, did you put on about 50 pounds, bro?
Try
Whatever you
70.
like.
How you doing,
What's up,
sir?
brother?
Good to see you.
You took it off. Look, I can't believe he looks
great.
almost like a
Good to see you.
like
He
a
looks like a
preppy,
young guy.
like yeah.
80 pounds. I went in at 320. I'm 240 right now.
How did you
Unbelievable.
do that, first of all, before we get into everything else?
You look great.
How did you lose 80 pounds?
I started at Fort Dix. No pun intended. I tried an Atkins type thing, vegetables and meat, which I was able to pull off a lot of the weight. Exercise every day, walking the track, killing time.
Is there a track in prison, an outdoor track?
Every prison that I was at, the two, they have a track, and there's no weights in the prison system because they don't want the inmates to get bigger than the guards.
Right.
The guards are frightened to death of the inmates.
Right.
And they should be, because those guys have a lot to lose. A lot of guys have a lot of time for crimes that some of them, man, I'll get into that.
All right.
There's a lot to talk about, man. I'm going to have stuff to talk about for years.
I know. You know, some of your letters to me seemed as though it was the worst hell a human being can be in. I mean, you've served in the Middle East.
You mean the ones you didn't read?
The ones you shredded? I heard about that.
I feel like shredded. They started to get redundant.
Did Beth catch you shredding one of my letters?
She did. She did. She goes, "What are you doing with Cabbie's letter?" I go, "It's all the same letter. I can't take it."
Yo, those are going to be in the Smithsonian someday.
Talk to me. First of all, the big news was at one point you had changed your name, but you wouldn't reveal your name, and I started to worry you were losing your grip on reality. What happened there?
Well, my life was saved in prison by God. And I'm not religious, and I'm spiritual. I always have been.
Yes.
Part of that comes with my sobriety. Artie, how you doing with that?
You know, I've been there.
He's
I do me.
visited from time to time.
But Cabbie, you've had sobriety. You were in prison. I mean,
You do you. Yo, but I kind of lost my sobriety because they drugged me in a federal prison, I think, allegedly, supposedly. That's how I'll put it.
I started to think maybe you had a little mental breakdown like the old days.
That's what somebody tried to push on me it wasn't a mental breakdown, man. Something happened.
You feel you were drugged in prison?
I feel that something. I'm
Was
gonna.
it in your food, or you're thinking, or what?
For right now, because I haven't consulted attorneys, and I'm going to consult attorneys. For right now, I'm just gonna say something very bad happened at Fort Dix in the special housing unit.
Oh.
I've done many drugs in my life, and it was not a mental breakdown. It was evil, and it was, I believe, something happened with my food. And it had the qualities of a narcotic, and that's what I'll say.
Why would someone want to drug you?
I don't know. The last thing I remember before it all happened was, fuck you, fuck Howard Stern, enjoy your meal, motherfucker. And that is no bullshit. And that night, I started talking to myself and babbling to myself and losing grip on reality, and it lasted for a better part of 50 days. And I'm talking, out of this world, seeing things, talking to myself, talking to you, talking to dead rock stars, demons flying in and out of me, talking to Jesus.
Who?
Now, you think that's a mental breakdown? You can believe that, but I do not think
What
it
rock
was.
stars?
Yeah, who visited you?
A lot of current ones that I've interviewed, and not just talking to them, Howard. Talking to them in my voice and their voice coming out of me exactly as their voice.
Cabbie, you know I love you.
Can you do
But
Keith Moon?
Can I just say something though about that?
Yeah.
You remember when your TV was talking to you?
Yeah,
before
but
you
I
went
was
in?
doing drugs. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying he must have been drugged.
So, okay, I said this to the psychiatrist at Fort Devens.
Yes.
Because he tried to put it on me as he was telling me to forget about what happened at Fort Dix. I said, how am I going to forget? He goes, forget about it like you forgot about the war. Because I have PTSD, right? I suffer from it.
Right. Wait a second. How long have you been out of prison now? An hour?
No.
2 hours?
4 something.
4 hours. You got
Right.
out this morning.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? I mean, you did a year. A year is no easy time, is it? You know how people go, it's just he just got a year.
When you're doing a year and you're surrounded by guys that are doing 15, 20, 30, there was a guy in my unit, he was doing 50 years and he had done 20 of it. You know what I'm saying? A year is nothing, but a year is still a year in my life.
Do the other prisoners get resentful that you only have a year?
Some do, you can see it, but most don't, because they seem to be, that's your time and that's my time. You know what I mean? They don't. There was, as I saw it, there was no resentment, but some guys. Yeah, there's anger.
Now, what
but
kind
that's
of
their
prisons
crime.
were you in? Because we just read that Richard Hatch is going into, he had the same kind of a deal where he had a tax problem, and they've given him 51 months, and they said he's going to do really hard time.
Well, there's different classifications. The camp I was in was a camp, and that's like your lowest security level. But when I allegedly tried to kill myself by hanging myself from a table, this is what they said.
Yes.
That was a foot off the ground.
That's hard.
During my alleged mental breakdown.
Yes.
Which I say was not a mental breakdown. It was.
You feel you were medicated?
Yeah, not medicated.
Drugged?
Tortured.
Tortured?
If you drug me and I'm in a federal prison, and this is what I think happened, allegedly, supposedly, and I say that because I still haven't spoke with an attorney.
All right.
So, if you. Okay, when they say I tried to hang myself, but that's not what happened. Do you see any strangulation marks on my neck?
I can't. There's too many tattoos on
Yeah,
me.
I think the tattoos cover
I
it.
thought it was a strangulation.
But that night, they were videotaping me through the window,
Yes.
and I was flipping them off, and I was naked in my cell because
Who was videotaping
the
you?
COs, because I thought they were going to come in and try to shatter me.
Wait, you got to back up here. This is wild what you're telling me here.
This happened.
When you went into prison.
Yes.
I remember the day you went into prison.
The reason all this started in the SHU, the special housing unit, the whole, was because I called your show from
you
the
did.
cell
Also
phone.
You're not
The
supposed to
first
do
day
that, I
we were
guess.
here.
I called from a cell phone from a federal prison.
Right, you're not allowed to do that.
There are
Well, you're not supposed to have a cell phone.
There's not supposed to be cell phones in the federal prison system. But the reason that it all started was because I wouldn't tell them where I got the cell phone, because I don't tell on people, and you're not
a
supposed to.
rat.
I'm not a rat. And
Right.
the guy who gave me the phone, however he got it in there, that was his deal, and I wasn't going to rain on his parade because he was good enough to let me use his cell phone to call your show because you were leaving the air, and I wanted to give you a little going-away present.
By the way, Cabbie, I notice now when you speak, you use the word yo, almost like a black man. Were you surrounded by a lot of black people in prison?
I wear the coat of many colors, and I blended in with all of them.
Did a group try to pick you out? In other words, did you...
Many groups did. The Italians sucked me in first.
Yeah.
Represent. Guess who I played bocce with the other night?
Who?
John Gambino.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
I beat him, and I'm still breathing.
Let me ask you this.
He was a good guy, very good guy.
You went into prison. You had to be freaking out. I mean, you're not a guy who's ever been exposed to...
I almost got in a fight my first day.
I like to say that Mr. Gambino is wrongly imprisoned.
Speaking of that, he was supposed to get out after serving 15 years. And the day he was getting out, he told me this story himself because we were sitting next to each other yesterday when I had my form to get out.
Yes.
The day he was getting out, his family, 20 members of his family were there to pick him up. They stopped him at the door and pulled him back in. He's been waiting 9 months. They're going to extradite him to Italy for some other thing.
Wow.
And he just ran a construction company.
So yeah, that's
what he told me.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's what he told me.
Look, as far as I'm
nice guy though, great bocce player.
Cabbie, what happened when you wrote me these letters that you were going to change your name?
I was going to change my name to something else because I felt that the prison had killed 𝗦𝘁𝗲𝗿𝗱 and Cabbie.
Right.
And I was going to change my name to Mason.
Mason. Why
Yes.
Mason?
Yeah, because you said this is my new signature.
Because
But it looked like a symbol. You said?
It looked like a scribble.
because some of the fellas that were doing things to me were Masons, Freemasons.
I see. So you decided to change your name to Mason to make you stronger.
Because the big Mason saved me. And you know who he is.
God.
Right.
And have you switched religions? Are you now a Muslim?
Salam alaikum. I'm all religions.
No, really. What are you, seriously?
I'm just spiritual.
You didn't have a conversion?
No. I did. Actually, so I could get the common fare meals, I did change to Jew. I'm a Jew.
You're a Jew.
By prison only. I'm a pew. I'm a prison Jew.
Now,
Because the common fare meals in prison are you get fresh vegetables, and that's what helped me lose a lot of the weight.
Kosher meals.
Because the kosher meals, and because the prison food is unbelievably
But
bad.
Cabbie, be serious with me for
I'm being very serious.
On a scale of 1 to 10, to 10 being the hardest thing you ever did in your life, was this the hardest?
Well, it wasn't the hardest, but it was a very learned experience because, there are some evil things going on there, and there are some crooked things going on there, and there are some bad things going on there. No, it wasn't the hardest thing, but the 2 months that bad things happened to me in the SHU.
What is the SHU?
It's the special housing unit. That's where you go when you do something bad, and
that's solitary.
Yeah, you're locked in a cell. But I was, for a month of it, I was locked in with another inmate, and he saw some of my drugging or my alleged hijinks, what was going on. So I have witness to what happened to me.
How did you get so tan in prison? You look like you just came back from Miami.
Yeah, it looked like a vacation.
Yeah, I mean, you actually don't look that
I didn't
bad.
spend my...
Walk in the yard or something?
in the yard, playing softball, walking the yard.
Was there any sex in prison? Like, I know that you've taken it a few times back there. Did you ever get lonely and say, I'm going to take a bitch in
there was
prison?
no good looking.
Nothing.
No.
Did anybody try to fight you and say, I'm going to have sex with you?
What is this?
That's your microphone.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Hey, things have changed in a
Technology.
year. That's right.
There was some... the federal prison system is not the same as, at least where I was, not the same as the state prisons. There's not as much violence as that I saw in the prisons I was in. Now, other prisons there may be. There was a couple scraps, but I'm not really going to get into it. But there was almost more scraps, but there's a lot of more talk than goes on.
So, guys try to fight you the first day you were there?
Yeah, I almost got into a fight with 2 fellas, but
what was that about?
Because I brushed up against one of them, and he said I didn't say excuse me, and I wasn't going to be his bitch, so I said, what? But it never accumulated. Everybody talks a big game, but nobody. I think they thought I was going to be a pushover.
Right.
But I said, what? Here I am. Let's go.
Let's do it.
The thing was always, let's go in the bathroom. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, are we supposed to hug each other or have sex? And
so you got to be prepared to fight in prison.
You have to be prepared to fight, yeah. But it was never like,
smack right then. It was always, you had to go hide somewhere because there was always a CO or a camera. There's a lot of cameras.
Thank God there's a CO. Who wants to be fighting every minute?
Well, you know, that's just it. I almost got in a fight like my third to the last day with a fella, and he said, let's go into the gym. And then when we were I was like, okay, let's go into the gym then. And then we started walking to the gym, and he saw that I was ready to go, and then he wanted to talk his way out of it. And I was like, and then he wanted to bring 3 of his friends with him.
Oh, for 3, great.
Yes.
Well,
one of the things I learned in prison is that the Hispanic fellas, they want to always bring their friends with them to fight. Yeah, I learned
that means something, yes.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans, they bring their friends to fight.
But this place you were in for the final part
Devon's.
Yeah.
Yes, the medical center.
That was
I'm
better?
going to tell you about Devon's.
Yeah.
It went fast, but there is something that the world does not know about Devon's.
What doesn't the world know about Devon's?
It is a pedophile farm.
What?
There is 500 to 600 of the sickest, demented pedophiles. Out of 1,200 inmates, there is about 500 to 700, maybe 600 pedophiles there.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's very disgusting. It's very disturbing. And they just harbor them there. And they're supposed to be.
Sick.
Yeah, it's. I couldn't walk around the track as much because you just don't know who you're talking to and who you're walking around with. And I called it Pedophile Island.
What are you going to do today? Like, where are you going to go sleep tonight? What's going on? Tell me the plan.
Can I come over?
Really? What is the plan?
Can I cuddle with you and Beth?
Hell no.
Well, I'm going to go have lunch with 𝗏𝐶𝗿𝗿.
Oh, good.
I got to find a job.
Yes.
Now, I got to find a job, Howard.
Is Tom open to hiring you over there?
There's a possibility.
What
is there
about
a
over
possibility?
Here? Sure, there's a possibility. We could talk to people here.
Possibility.
You're a radio performer?
I am a radio performer, and I have, I've never really had the opportunity to tell my stories, my life stories, because the past year has just been I'm a sponge, you know this.
Right.
And, I'm giving you tidbits.
You're teasing me.
You have no idea.
You're tickling my ass with a feather.
You have no idea the thing.
Artie, how does it feel to see Cabbie? It's been a year.
I feel good. It feels good to see him. I really feel happy that he's out.
Artie, I want to tongue your butthole. Can I say that here?
Yeah.
There were times.
Fuck you.
Why do you want
I can say that.
Why do you want to
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Why do you?
I never got to say that on the radio. Fuck off, fat boy.
You said it during the commercial.
Fuck you, Benji.
Well, this is a celebration.
Freedom.
Freedom, man.
Fuck off, Howard.
Will you ever stop?
I love your fucking cock.
Will you?
Stick it in my ass. All right. I'm sorry.
My present talk.
That's the Cabbie we know.
Yeah,
Will you pay your taxes now?
Yo, that's the funny thing.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you shouldn't have a job so you don't have
You
this
know
problem again.
how many people said that to me?
Just say yes.
And I wanted a punch in the mouth.
The simple answer is yes.
The crime is not in not paying your taxes.
Okay,
it's in
what
not
is it in?
filing your taxes. And I made a huge mistake, and everybody should pay their taxes, but especially file your taxes, people.
Now that you did a year in jail, do you feel you were really picked out because you were on the radio? Do you think other people would have gone to jail as much as you would?
I don't know, and I don't. One of the biggest lessons I learned in prison was, man, I don't control shit. I control little old Lee, man. Because when you go to prison, this is a fella I met in prison. He was doing 3 years, and he said, when you go to prison, man, you're fucking dead. If you do 3 years, you are dead. And if you have a relationship, it's dead. Your parents, your wife, if it's for more than 3 years, you are basically dead to the world.
Did your girlfriend visit you in jail?
Yes, she did.
She did.
Yes, she did.
Is that still going on?
I'm just gonna, next question.
When is the last time you saw her?
I hadn't had a visit since January.
Are you ready to
Because I
explode?
moved up to the Massachusetts, the fine woods of Massachusetts.
Are you ready to explode sexually? I mean, are you ready to...
No, I've been jacking off a lot, man.
You have?
Yeah.
Can you jack off?
To
You have a
the
roommate?
The Village Voice. I got lucky. the back of the Village Voice, all those little pictures they got.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we asked the fans to send you magazine subscriptions and newspapers and things
Listen,
like that.
I got defrauded. My mail, they really fucking cracked me in the head on my mail. I don't know how many letters didn't get through. Thanks for not writing, people. Howard, you fucking wrote me,
I
man.
did
You
write.
came
All
through.
my letters, I guess, got taken.
Yeah. They did. Yeah,
possible, Robin.
Yeah.
It's possible. I see Dominic Barber's on the phone. I haven't heard from him in a while. Dominic.
Hi, Cabbie. I'm glad you're home.
Yeah, thanks for coming to see me, you fat piece of shit.
Well, Cabbie, let me just say one thing to you. I'm 61. I've been a lawyer 36 years.
And he's never
no way
visited
to
anybody.
Do time other than the way you did it. For me to sue them or make any trouble while you were in there would have only made it worse for you. You know, Amy Fisher, out of 15 years, did 10. The last 5 of it, she could have got out in 4.5 years was because she kept suing and fighting everyone. I heard from your doctors, and they thought you were paranoid schizophrenic. And I didn't know, and I did not want to make it worse for you. And I'm happy you're home. You know, I always helped you, and I love you. And I like to meet with you and tell me the stories, and if there's something I can do for you now, I'll do it. But I wasn't going to do anything that would make one extra day.
You know, my whole thing is at least somebody could have came up there to show that, yo, you got someone in your corner, man.
Do you know that 3 people came to visit you and the prison turned them down?
Yeah, and you know what?
That was a long... Do you know how long we were there that day?
I do, and they changed, and this is what I was told. And I don't, you know, now that I'm here, I can say these things, but I'm still on probation for a year. But I was told that they changed the visiting on purpose that day to jam it up.
And we really felt it.
And they screwed everybody else in that prison.
But they screwed us more.
I know they did, but all those families that were waiting out there with you guys.
Yeah, there was a line like, forget about it.
Right. The day after Thanksgiving to screw all those families. And I heard you talked about it on...
That's torture.
We were there for 12 hours, Robin, right?
Right.
Shut up, Artie.
Oh, we were there.
Let me just say 2 things to you. Number one, your visitation was changed. You were at one point declared non-visiting at all. But, Cabbie, be very, very careful what you say on the air today.
I know. I'm done talking about it.
Please listen to me, please.
Yes.
Any comment you make that is interpreted as violent or way out there, you can get violated. You're not done yet. So please, I mean, you can talk about stories, you can talk about things that happen, but you can't say I would have killed this guard or hurt that guard or this or that.
Did I say that?
Never.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
He's just warning you.
I know.
I'm just saying.
You know what? The guards at Devon's treated me with nothing but respect, and I want to say that 100 times. Those guys treated me well. They really did.
The pedophiles?
Because they knew. No.
They know how to treat people.
No, the Devons folks treated me with mad respect, especially the warden. The warden up there. When my phones got cut off because I screwed up, he helped me right at the end there, make some phone calls to set up my way out of there.
That was nice.
Yeah, the warden was good. Warden Wynn is his name, and I will give him mad respect. And the COs, they were hands off, and they treated me with respect, and they actually, but I'm not going to go any further there. So I'll just say that.
Cabbie, next week maybe we can have dinner. I'd like that.
That's nice.
Talk to you about it.
Will you pick me up in your Bentley?
I'll be more than that. I'm very happy you're home.
Can I stay on your boat?
Of course. Don't think I wasn't worried about you.
All right.
But understand,
Thanks.
anything I said to you at that point would have only made it worse. And I didn't know where you were mentally. I was so terrible.
Are you feeling angry toward Dominic? I sense.
No. I just wish. Honestly, I just wish someone would have came up there, so they felt that. I don't know. Whatever, man. It's over.
Listen, Dominic spoke to me about you.
I know.
2 times while you were in prison, and he said, "This guy's just got to do his time." He said to me point blank, "You got to do your time." And that's it.
I just needed to see a friendly face.
Well, some people try.
Yeah, well, if they would have let us in, we would have come.
No, I'm saying after the bad things at Dick's happened.
Okay.
All right. Dominic, thank you.
I'm going to get off. The greatest fear I had, Cabbie, was they didn't release you today. They put you in a psychiatric hospital. They can keep you there forever. So I'm glad you're home.
I know. I met some of those boys that are the stories.
Yeah, 1 year sentence, 4 year psychiatric can happen.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Dominic. Thank you.
That was one of my worries too. They have what's called civil commitments, and there's guys. There was the story. I can tell you the stories for days about these.
Were
guys
you afraid they put you away for 4 more years or something like that?
And that's why I wanted to see a friendly face so that they knew that someone cared about me, because I wasn't getting a visit. And, there's guys that are in there that walk around all day, that talk to themselves and babble themselves, that are never leaving prison, that have histories of violence against COs, stabbing COs. And these guys, they're there because of that, but they're never leaving prison. You know, and they get, or their crime that they committed before they got to prison, they took the reason by, not guilty by reason of insanity, so they get incarcerated under a civil commitment, and then once they get in prison because they're truly crazy, they never leave prison.
Right.
They don't get convicted of a felony, but they get put into a federal medical center in a mental hospital.
Did you make any friends in prison?
Well, you don't make friends in prison, but you meet some interesting characters.
Hey, Dominic, prison is the scariest, right? Oh, he's gone.
Prison is quite...
But did you have any women trying to marry you or anything? Scott Peterson, he got tons of mail from women.
No, I got...
Cabbie didn't get any proposals.
Speaking of mail, your listeners and your fans, man, especially at Dick's, the mail really, after Dick's, really... They sent me so much mail, and I tried to write a lot of it back, but the stamp thing was a problem, and especially you can only. I want a big thank you to everybody who wrote.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were really concerned about you. Go ahead.
Cabbie was telling me you did have sort of a little love connection in there, right? You reconnected with somebody from your past.
Yeah, but I don't really want to talk about that on the air.
Because he wanted me to.
There's some things I want to leave private.
Okay, because you wanted me to bring that person in at one point.
Right.
When I spoke to him the other day, I said, "Is there anything you want?" Like I would have, stacked the studio with Scores girls or anything.
Yeah.
But he just wanted this
one
one
thing. What about Taylor Rain?
Oh, right. He wanted Taylor Rain.
Is she still working, or is she done in the business?
She's been. She's off and on.
She's working.
No. Remember, there was a period of time she wrote on her website that she was getting out of the business for a minute because she heard
Cabbie was coming out of prison. She said, "I'm getting out of the business." That was the end of it.
Now.
Let's say hi to Jen, who wants to say hi to Cabbie. Let Cabbie take a few phone calls. He's here. It's got to be a very, very emotional day for him. He spent a year incarcerated.
We once reunited Cabbie with his mom and his biological mom.
How crazy is that? You bring her up.
Why?
Unbelievable. My phones got turned on. They were turned off for like 3 months because I screwed up, and they turned them back on. And one of my last phone calls before they turned them off again, before I came out yesterday or today, I called dear old mom.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh my God, it's my birthday yesterday, and you call me, and it's like a birthday present." And she always gets my birthday one day off.
What do you mean? She
gets my birthday wrong, so I don't think she's my real mom. And when I was in my torture chamber, one of the things that came up in my head was that you faked it, and I want a DNA test to see if she's really my mom.
Are you fucking oh, maybe you are.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
You with your mother?
This was a fucking thing that came up in the whole drug thing. Yo, when I tell you, and I'm not going to say on the air because of legal things,
Reasons, yes.
some of the things that came up. Yo, one of the things was that you fucking faked my mom, and that ain't really her. And, yo, I'm just telling you, bro, because I'm being straight up.
Yeah. Yes, I did that.
But because she always...
Bob Levy's mother.
Listen to me. Yo, she sent me a birthday card at fucking Fort Dix, and it said, "Happy birthday," and it was dated December 12th. My birthday's December 11th. Even on my birth certificate, it's December 11th. So...
Well, maybe she's just confused, that's all.
No.
You think we faked your mother?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying when I was crippled with drugs in a federal prison, allegedly, supposedly...
All right.
That shit came up.
All right, Jen, you're on the air.
Did you fake it? Hi, Jen. Are you hot?
Am I hot? Yeah, but I'm married.
I don't care.
Well, welcome out of prison.
Rings don't plug holes, honey.
Crazier than ever, but listen, all the yo's and the know what I'm sayings. I'm not Sal or Gary here, but you sound a little like you were hanging out with the brothers.
I hang out with everybody.
Sounds like Cabbie has picked up a new pattern of speech, which I suspect will change in the months ahead.
It will change in the months ahead.
But he's caught up in prison life.
There are a lot of
the yo thing is quite charming, I think.
There are a lot of black men incarcerated in the federal prison system, sister.
Notice he didn't pick up any Yiddish expressions in prison. There's just not a lot of Jews around. Yeah, Bushmaster, yo.
But I am Jewish.
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to say hey to Cabbie and that he still sounds crazy to me. But,
Can I eat your ass?
Well, he is crazy, Cabbie.
While your
What are you
husband
going to do about
fucks your
sex?
pussy?
Yeah, what was your big fantasy in prison? Talk to me about fantasies
Yeah,
in
your
prison.
first day out.
Yeah, like
I'm still down for the gangbang, bro.
Yeah.
I love gangbang and eating.
You going to go to Scores
cream-filled
tonight?
Pussy.
You going to go to Scores tonight?
I love the cream pies.
What are you going to do tonight?
Are you taking me to Scores?
I'm busy tonight. I can't be with you. But are you going to Scores tonight? What are you going to do?
Yeah. I'm not a big stripper guy.
Right.
It's just not my thing.
No.
They got BO, half of them, and
Are you going to try to get to your girlfriend? What are you going to do?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, man.
Yeah.
I'm,
Do you have a place to live? Are you set?
I have a friend that's gonna let me stay there, and
That's nice.
first I got to check in with my PO.
Right.
Because that's you got to check in within 72 hours. That's
Right.
priority.
Okay.
Yeah, don't fuck that up.
Yeah, don't
Right?
fuck that up.
Artie, how are you doing? Are you and what's her name still together?
Don't bring that up.
She left you for therapy or something. You didn't go to therapy.
Yeah, you got it right.
I was
won't
getting
go.
updates. There was updates
He's
coming.
back
in.
with her though.
Let me ask you this.
I've been in my own prison, Cabbie.
Do you know if? Yeah, you think you suffered? Artie's in a real prison.
Right?
Do you know if your girlfriend has a boyfriend now? She moved on, or is she still pining away for
Listen,
you?
I don't know, man.
You don't know anything.
No, I don't. I haven't spoke to her in a while. The letters.
Is that hurtful?
Yo, it's not. You know what? Because prison is what it is, and if
And how did God
I control
come
me.
to you?
When I was being what I call torture, and the whole thing was going down, I've always been spiritual, not necessarily religious, because I don't believe God is religious. I think religion. God is in your heart, and if you believe that there is a God, then the rest will all fall into place.
You've had a lot of time to think about this, I bet.
Yeah.
You've been
and I've
reading
done a lot of. Huh?
You did a lot of reading.
Man, I
you
did
wrote me.
so much reading.
What was it? All those quotes you were scribbling on the paper I couldn't make out? What
Emerson.
Was that? Emerson. This guy's quoting Emerson, and I'm like, and he's scribbling half a book down. I can't even make out one fucking
It wasn't
word.
a half a book.
Dude, it was half the page.
Yo, I quoted Emerson to you, bro. Emerson is the bomb. Have you ever read Emerson? I know you have.
I personally, I like Lake and Palmer better.
Vince, go ahead. We're celebrating the rebirth, in a sense, of
I still
Cabbie.
didn't hear how God came to you.
Oh, Howard, I've been a big fan for a long time. But, Cabbie, all I have to say to you is, yeah, I'm saying, though. And I wanted to see if you were going to go see that movie, Gay Man's Chest, since you got out of jail.
Why would he see that?
Because he took it in the ass a little bit before he got into prison and all. So I just wondered if you wanted to go see that movie with Johnny Depp. But he's got to see the other version, Gay Man's Chest, not Dead Man's Chest.
Let's go to Dave. I don't know what the point is.
Yo,
there.
he sat on the phone for a half hour thinking about that.
Now you realize it's precious time. Now you realize a year in jail is precious time.
The best thing is
wasted.
I could have came up with that in like.
Will you waste time? Will you waste time now?
Can you give me a meeting with Sabian?
Yes, absolutely. That's going to happen. Dave, you're on the air.
Cabbie, how you doing? Welcome home. We love you, brother.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Howard, I've got a great idea. Put him on the midnight shift. We love this guy.
You love Cabbie.
I think I got more quality than the midnight shift. I spent a year in fucking prison, jackass.
Cabbie. I mean, listen,
Cabbie's looking for a higher profile.
Yeah.
Hear me out for a second, Howard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us that get up really early, and the only thing on Sirius, I get up about 3 a.m., and I love your show. But, second time around, Pharrell replay, I don't know. It's just not happening. Cabbie is a midnight kind of guy. He's an overnight kind of guy.
I am. Can you pay me well enough for midnights?
Who knows?
You got tons of money. I heard, what was $450 you made?
I got more than that.
But you made like $450 last year, right?
That's right. Scott, go ahead. You're on the air in Plattsburgh.
Can you cut a nigger a slice?
You're his friend.
I could say that word now. Oh, and I got to tell you about the word nigger in prison.
What about it?
Well, it's a swear word to me. I tell the blacks you can't say that around me, and they respected that. Because if you don't know what the word means, you shouldn't say it, and most of them don't. And they stopped saying it around me because I explained to them that means ignorant, and you can't, why are you calling someone in your race ignorant? But did you know that Puerto Ricans call each other nigger?
Yes, I did know that.
Everybody's doing it now.
The Chinese call each other nigger. Artie, wake up.
Did you catch him sleeping?
I did.
I know, he sleeps through half the show now.
Yo.
Enough with your fucking prison story.
Fucking Steven Singer watch you got for free, all the money you make.
Dude, that's a Tag Heuer.
That's a Steven Singer.
It's not Stevens. I paid for this watch.
All right, Scott, go ahead in Plattsburgh, New York.
Here, put this
Howard,
on your
listen,
cock.
you're his friend. You think he's got a problem, right?
I think
you're
Cabbie.
his friend.
I think
honestly.
Yeah.
What do you want?
What do you want
us
me to do?
Exactly.
What problem?
The man is spouting conspiracy theories.
Oh, I haven't even got to the computer chip they put in my head, jackass.
Did they put a computer chip in your
Well,
head?
look at this dot on my forehead.
You had me going in the beginning.
Maybe you're Hindu, too.
See the little dot right there?
He does have a dot on his head.
It was not there before.
True.
It was not
Are you
there
making a
before.
joke
See
or are
it?
you saying the
I'm
truth?
not. I'm not. Look at, see it?
Yeah.
Do
See
you
it?
believe there's a computer chip in your head?
Well, all I know is,
Why would they put it where you could see it?
listen, I'm an actor, goddammit.
You don't know? Do you really believe they put a computer chip in your
Listen,
head?
all I know is, wow. Do you remember, have you ever read about the Dr. 𝗻𝗁𝗃𝗿𝗱? In the 50s and 60s, he created electrodes that they put in monkeys' heads, and they would electronically stimulate the brain.
Yes.
And then they actually put them in humans.
Okay.
And for epileptic seizures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they make small little things like that, and that's all I'm going to say.
And you feel
Howard,
that?
he is
No,
the
I'm not.
perfect promotion for just put him on the air. You got to listen to everything the guy says.
Put him on with Riley.
Everything.
How can I get one of these?
What kind
though?
of drug lasts for 50 days?
I don't know.
Yo, I didn't say they did it once, Dimple. All right?
Howard, get him on as quick as possible. Pay him
Fucking
$300.
puss bag.
Scott, you want to see him on the air?
Get him on the air.
Oh.
You got to listen to everything the guy says. He's funny in the beginning. You want him off the air, and then he brings you back around. Says,
I stole this from you. What's your news guy?
Hold it a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew, you're on the air.
Hey, Cabbie, man, glad to see you're out.
Thank you. You can see through the radio?
Yeah, in your head, man. Everybody can see.
All right. Everybody's happy that you're
Are they really? Remember when they used to call and just hate me? I
well,
still have
no
all
one
those
was
hate
happy
emails.
to see you go to jail. No one was happy to see you go to jail. Jessica, go ahead. Jessica Hahn, a woman who really knows how to please men.
Hi, Cabbie. I wrote you a love letter. I did.
Can I tell you, Jessica, I got your big-titted fucking 1974 Playboy pose.
No, it wasn't 70.
I know. Who's the chick that sends your mail?
Lori, why?
Is she hot?
Kinda, yeah.
All right. I'm just looking.
You could ask Casey.
It's all over the place.
Hey, Cabbie.
Yeah.
I missed you.
You did?
Yeah, I think you should have a show. You have a lot to say.
Yeah,
Thank
he has
you.
a lot of verbiage.
Can I tell you what happened to my Jessica Hahn picture?
No. Did you beat off to it?
No.
What?
Actually, it's a really sad story. I was so really fucked up on whatever was happening in my cell. I really wanted to get out of the cell, so I started cramming shit in my toilet and flushing it so it would flood, because that's the way you can get your cell changed.
Right.
And there was another PC cell right next to mine, but I noticed they had put paper over the window, and they put a thing on the thing that's the door that said out of order. So I knew that they were doing something, whether they were videotaping into my cell to videotape what was going on. You can call it a conspiracy theory. And I might be spilling too much on the air, and I probably am, so I should shut up.
All right, okay.
But I'm not going to.
My picture?
Yo, no. Your picture, this is great. You're going to love this, Jessica. I tore it up, just in halfway, because your tits were nicer than your face at the time. And I'm not trying to insult you. I was on fucking PCP, or whatever they were drugging me with. And I took a shit on it.
That's about right.
You took a shit on Jessica's picture?
I was drugged.
Dude, Jessica,
I loved you, but I was out of my skull, kid.
It made my day, honey.
All right, thank you.
Yo, it was like a Shizer film, honey, but thank you for the letter.
A couple more phone calls. Let's go to Steve.
This
Steve.
is why I didn't write.
Yo.
That's why I was afraid to read his letters.
It's good to see you, Fred.
Good to see you too, man.
Remember I told you...
doing all right?
I'm good, man.
Okay.
Remember I told you, Robin, that I didn't want my letters hanging around in prison, or I was afraid when Cabbie wrote me, like, there'd be shit all over the...
Yo, dude.
Yeah.
He does look
Yo,
good.
I ate.
He looks good.
Listen, I ate a radio. And my watch. You think that was a fucking schizophrenic breakdown?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
No, why would a schizophrenic do that?
What do you mean you ate a radio?
Yo, because I thought there was a listening device in it.
But what about the one in your head, bud?
Wouldn't it be easier just
I
to
think
throw
he
it
needs a
out?
job.
Fred, what is going on
I don't want
here?
to pry that open.
Cabbie, hold on. I got to talk to Fred. Fred, what's going on here with Cabbie? Be clear with me.
I got to ask a question. Did you ever receive a head injury at some point in your life?
Many
I'm
as a
being
child.
serious.
Many as a child, and many
'Cause
as
I
an
think this
adult.
and I'm not being facetious. I don't want to rag on Cabbie, but I mean, because when you first came in, man, you were like, you seem pretty focused. As this whole conversation keeps going on, you seem to be drifting a lot. And I'm concerned about that.
I'm concerned what kind of radio he ate.
And what does that go with?
Terrestrial
What
or
sort of
satellite?
Yo, they should have satellite radios in prison.
Right.
And if you are able to afford them, you should be able to have them.
Absolutely.
You know what it is? I haven't seen normal people in a long time, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
And you guys are my friends.
Listen, whether he admits it or not, this is a huge emotional day for Cabbie. I don't even think he knows how big this is.
And I need to tell you.
Welcome back, Cabbie.
Prison folk, yo, and I'll say yo again, they fucking love you guys. You have no idea
I have an
how
idea.
crushed they are that you're not on TV anymore.
Right.
The brothers, the brothers, they miss. No, I'm just saying. They can't get their groove on, and they
For
told
the
me to
audience,
say that.
When he said brothers, he pointed to the sister.
They said you fucked them. No offense.
Not me.
When you took your show off,
I didn't take it off. They took it off.
Take anything.
I know, but they
just.
You need to go back in jail and explain that to them.
You didn't explain?
Thanks
I
a
can't
lot.
explain.
Don't you know how to represent?
Yo, that's my Who reference.
Nice. How's he going to represent when he's on PCP that they're feeding?
Hey, I was forced by the Masons. Thank you. All right, listen, Steve.
The brothers.
The brothers. Steve, you're on the air. Cabbie is back. He wants you to know it. He is saying it loud. He's saying it. He's proud.
I am proud.
He's a free man. He can do whatever he wants
And
tonight.
I will be a Freemason.
You are free. Go ahead, Steve.
That big faggot misses prison already. Yeah, sucking dick all day like a big fucking queer bastard he is.
Cabbie, is it possible prison...
Is it your first time swearing, sir?
No.
Okay.
I saw
Did you know swearing is a crutch of the...
You were sucking a big boo's dick in prison.
Who's Big Boo, your mom? Listen. Did you know that swearing is a crutch of the ignorant, jackass? What do you do for a living?
Oh, there it goes, jackass. Huh?
What do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
God bless you. Honk that horn, then.
Yeah, here you go.
See? There you go. All right,
Listen,
goodbye.
Cabbie, because I got to wrap things up.
Why do you got to wrap things up?
Because I got
Cabbie's
a life.
in for the rest of the show.
You don't have a life.
Cabbie, listen to me.
You've got $450 million, man. You've got many lives.
Cabbie, listen to me.
That's a prison of its own kind.
Yeah, it is a prison.
Don't think I'm not imprisoned by that.
I'm sure you are.
Cabbie, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Is there in any way, shape, or form that prison was a blessing? That, in other words,
Yes, he found God.
you not only lost weight, you got in shape.
And found God.
You
Don't
found God.
forget that.
You read.
You read Emerson.
I mean,
I did.
When
and
would you have ever
Whitman, Poe.
When would you have ever read those books?
Hemingway. Yo, have you ever read Hemingway?
How would you
I
ever?
never did.
Oh my God, that dude was twisted. Have you ever read Hemingway?
Yes.
That dude, he wrote a short story
Old Man of the
called,
Sea.
Yo, a very short story.
I never read that. Old Man of the Sea.
It's
I read
2 pages long, right? It's about a guy and a chick in Italy, and they're fucking, and then they break up, and he goes to, he stays in Italy, right, and meets a chick, and she goes to Chicago and gets gonorrhea, and that's the end of the story.
Wow.
That's fucking balls.
That's the end of a lot of stories.
Right?
I'd read that, but I'm watching American Idol. All right, listen, Cabbie. This is a big day for you.
Howard, I love you, man.
I love you, too. Listen to me. I sense you're all over the place today, but I understand
no, I'm just excited and
brother.
And
I understand.
Absolutely.
It's been hell.
Be
Yo, I've cried more in the
easy.
past 9 months about a lot of things.
You bet.
That's because you're reading about from fruits like Walt Whitman. Get a real book. And Poe.
Get a good book.
I could tell you all about Edgar Allan Poe there, buddy. He has a life very similar to yours, very depressing and alcoholic.
I'm a big fan of Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He died with somebody else's clothes on in a gutter at the age of 40.
Yep, he did.
That's the truth.
It is true. He knows.
Cabbie,
Yo,
look at me.
I'm looking,
I want
baby.
you to look at me.
I am.
All right.
You've always given me solid, staunch advice.
Okay, here's my advice.
Give it to me.
I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to experience this day of freedom. Think before you talk. Keep it all real. Don't get too crazy.
You know I've always kept it real.
Let the dust
and that's
settle.
why
Let the dust settle. Don't make any big major decisions.
I'm not, but that's why
Don't
you've always
fault
loved
anyone.
me, right?
Listen to me.
Right?
Don't fault. Yes. Don't fault anyone. Don't get into any arguments today.
You're not even ready to put this into context.
That's right. Whatever happens today, just make it a peaceful, joyous time.
You know what I'm saying?
Warrior Cabbie, he'll come out, but not today. Today is a day to relax.
I'm angry, though.
Listen to me.
No, I'm just angry because some evil shit happened because I called your show, and that's why it happened. You
That's
know
right.
that, right?
And you shouldn't have done that.
Well,
you shouldn't have.
Can I tell you? Let me backsell that. You know why I did it?
I understand why.
No,
you
you
did it.
don't, because I didn't get to that because we kind of jumped ahead.
Right.
You know why I called your show, Howard?
Why?
A, because I love you. B, because it's what I do. But C, because when I went into prison, I wanted to lay low, and I wanted to be mellow, because that's what somebody who'd done some real time in real prisons told me how to do my time.
That's right.
And they didn't allow me to do that, because they put me with a CO in a job that paraded me around as Cabbie, who was the biggest Howard Stern fan in the fucking prison. And he asked me personal questions about 𝗻𝗁𝗄𝗿𝗱 and how much money she made, which I don't know.
I was going to say, well, how would you know?
Exactly.
I don't
And
even
asked
know.
me personal questions about Fred and his contract, and asked me about fucking Artie and where he lives, and asked me about the inside of your house.
Okay.
And I could put his name out there, but I'm not going to do that.
Don't do it. No.
I'm not going to, but I'm just going to tell you that for
Isn't
the
it
better
funny?
part...
The guy never asked about Benji.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right.
But, yo, he...
Take that back.
And he paraded me around the fucking compound as Cabbie, and I begged him every day, yo, it's 𝗻𝗁𝗲𝗃. It's inmate 𝗻𝗁𝗃. And I used to show, when he do it, I used to show my little ID card. This is my ID card.
Let me see. That's your prison ID?
My prison ID. Look at that picture, huh? That's a convict right there.
All right. That's a sign. You hold on to this and remember how horrible prison was.
But I used to say, and I begged to get out of that job. I went to the boss, the unit manager, and I said, yo, please take me out of this job. This guy is harassing me because he's a huge Howard Stern fan, and I just want to lay low, because there are a lot of inmates who got 25 years or life sentences or whatever that just, you know, they might think I'm getting special privilege.
Cabbie, listen to me. Listen
Hang
to me.
on.
Listen to me.
I need to tell you this.
I need to tell you something.
That's why I made that phone call.
Okay, but listen to me.
I did not deserve to be punished for that.
This guy, whoever the CEO was
Right.
excited. You had some celebrity. He was enjoying it.
I'm a loser with a cool job.
No, but listen
man.
to me.
I ain't
So
a
you
celebrity.
just you say to the guy, thank you. Maybe he could have even been a bit of a mentor to you in prison. What are you laughing at?
You're talking to him while he's shoving a mic thing on his
a mentor?
Maybe
what do I
he
need a
could have been
what
a
do
friend,
I need a mentor
but
in
maybe
prison?
he could have been a friend in prison. Maybe
You don't
he could
have
helped you.
COs as friends in prison,
Well,
man. That's
maybe
how
he
you
could have-
get.
Maybe he could have been nice to you.
You get in trouble like
And
that.
as soon as you report on him to the authorities,
I didn't report on him though. I did it the way you're supposed to. I just went and asked to have my job
you
changed.
never do that. You
Yeah.
just sit and you do
No,
whatever they
that's,
tell you to do. And then everyone forgets and they leave you alone. And that's what I'm
Look,
saying.
it's over.
It's over now. I don't want you to sit there and get angry about what happened the past year. I want you to put it in its perspective, and I want you to move on and create a great life now. You're a free man. You hear what I'm saying? Look at me.
Artie must be scared, because with all of Cabbie's wanting, he's never done one win.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't hear any whas.
I went to jail.
All right, Cabbie, listen.
Fred did it.
Welcome back. Your
Yeah.
dreams are your ticket out.
The CEO asked me questions.
You can be in that prison mentally forever now if you want to be there. Or you can be a free man.
I know. It's always move forward.
That's
now,
right.
look
If you
back.
want to be really a free man now, you've got to free yourself completely of this.
Free your mind, and the rest will follow.
That's
Free
crazy.
your mind and the rest will follow.
Tell him, George Clinton.
Right?
I know all about that. P-Funk, baby.
Notice Artie didn't even bring up the money you owe him. All right? And he never will.
I owe a lot of people money.
That's right.
Do I owe you money?
No. And
I've
you
never
don't-
asked you for a penny, have I?
And I know Artie doesn't want to say this, but I'm going to say it for him. You don't have to pay Artie.
That's crazy.
He's not looking for your money.
No, I wait for my money from everybody.
Yo, what'd you think of that softball movie coming out and stabbing,
All right, let me-
stabbing yours quick?
Let me talk to
What's
Dominic.
softball?
Dominic Barber wants to say something. Dominic, go
One
ahead.
more thing. You said one day. He's got 1 year. And what if his parole officer is a Howard Stern fan and tries to give him a hard time? He can't violate for a year. Example, and I'm just trying to use an example. If they would set you up with someone who's a known prostitute, that's a violation. You have to follow this parole officer strictly. We don't want you back. And they can send you for the rest of your sentence. It's supervised release, right? Didn't you get that?
Yeah, so why are you, like, trying to let
No.
people...
He's helping you. Don't get defensive. He's saying, think everything through that you do. Don't even go see a hooker tonight.
I would never. I've never been with a hooker in my life.
He's giving you an example.
I know that, but the point I'm using is I'm trying to say what Howard said for one day is for 1 year. Their test is to see if you should be in society. We know you should, I guess, but we don't want you.
Thanks for the confidence.
I really don't want to talk to him.
Why are you getting upset with what he's saying?
Because it's like he sets me up to fail, and I'm not that guy. I don't. Oh, thanks, Dominic. Please.
I pray for you to succeed.
I pray for you.
All right, Dominic, thank you. He is getting upset. All right. It says here your black cellmate is on the phone. Spider, do you know him? Is this your cellmate? Hello?
Sure, let's talk to Spider.
Spider?
I said, how you ever you said?
That's him.
There he is.
I miss you, Spider.
All right, Fred, did you want to add something to this?
No, Dominic's gone. I wanted to know what, like, the top 3 things that Cabbie should not do, so he stays on the street.
I know what Cabbie's got to do. Let me tell Cabbie what to do, if you don't mind.
I got to get a job. I got to get a place to live.
Forget all that. Right
There's
now,
3 things Cabbie should do.
the 3 things Cabbie should do. Number 1, lay low, don't talk to anybody. Number 2, really don't talk to anybody. And number 3, keep very quiet.
You know what I was going to say
That's
the
it.
3 things are?
Yeah.
Listen and listen and listen. Don't say a word.
All right.
Just listen to what people tell you.
Yo, is it true you had a fucking load dropped on your chest?
Oh, my God.
That really got him.
Where'd that come from?
Hold it. Tom Chiasano's on the phone.
You got fucked in the ass.
No. Hey, Tom.
Tom C.
It is Tom Chiasano calling. I am looking forward to our lunch today. I am a Christian, so I hope you do not curse around me.
Right.
Can I
That's
suck
great.
your cock, Cabbie?
That's crazy.
I love Jesus H. Christ. I am lonely now that my lover, Dead Air Dave, is gone. Will you be my new boyfriend?
All right, thank you, Tom.
Lunch might have to love God.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
I said thank you.
See you at lunch might have to love God.
All right. There he is, Tom Chiasano.
Tattooed love of God.
That's your name.
Oh, you're a tattooed love.
Cabbie, listen.
Sounds like Stephen Hawking.
Now, what Dominic was talking about violating your parole, you got to be so aware. Like, if a buddy invites you to lunch and he's with a friend and that friend, like, deals weed or something.
Get out of there.
You could be in violation of your parole. Like, you got to be that careful.
Artie knows. He's done some
He's
harm.
done some time.
No, I'm just saying, like you can't associate with anybody who might do something
You might
illegal.
not be able to associate with
Can't associate with Artie.
I'm gonna be a recluse. I'm gonna be a recluse.
As a matter of fact, that's my point, Robin. Stay away from me.
Don't hang out with Artie even.
I'm gonna be a recluse.
Good.
Artie never wanted to hang out with me before I tried. He didn't want to.
Sounds like the Ronnie
You
saga.
call me. I was on my way to Staten Island to stop you from eating your appliances one night.
Well, they were talking to me.
All right, listen.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. God bless you.
It's so good to see you.
I'm happy you're out of jail. Believe me, I remember Christmas. Forget you. It was the hardest time for me because I had to think about the fact that you were in jail.
Really?
That's right.
See what you did to Howard?
See what you did to me?
You went his Christmas.
Christmas, I was like, fuck, Cabbie's
Son
in
of a
jail.
bitch.
And it's Christmas.
I ruined your Christmas?
You ruined my Christmas.
well,
so
at least
never do
something
that
good
again to me.
Thank God I
my
didn't
Christmas,
think about it.
I was eating
Apologize to me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What'd you buy me?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
No joke. A lot of people were very upset about all of this.
He's talking about wasted time. That
Yeah.
day we went to see you, we started out at like 6 o'clock
I know
in
you
the
did.
morning.
I know. And when they told me
And-
that you guys were outside and couldn't come in, and then they sent you home.
That's
or
torture.
They told you they came
They
and said
had
that.
us wait until first we were supposed to be able to get in at 8.
Yep.
Nobody was there at all. Then the line started. We found out we could get in at 1. We go up to the gate at 1, and they tell us we won't be able to see you till 5
Right.
in the evening.
My father was so upset about that. For a week, he's calling me. He couldn't understand why that went down.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, all right, look. Cabbie, congratulations on getting out of prison. You did your time. It was a bad situation, terrible situation. I am just very, very happy for you.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
This is the start, the beginning of the rest of your life.
The misdemeanor tax violators out of prison.
Good.
But what will you write? What will be written on these pages?
That's right.
Well, the book is going to be titled The Great American Gulag.
All right, okay. Enough of that.
I'm talking about what you do
No
from
one's buying
today
that.
on. Forget that book.
You got to come up with a better title. All right, good.
What are you talking about?
That's not a great title.
Oh, it is a
Nobody's
great
going to
title.
take that off the shelves.
Oh, yeah, they
And
are.
how dare you be responsible for Robin wasting a day of her life? That was her 9/11.
That's
All
right.
right,
That
thank
was
you.
the day after Thanksgiving.
I'm going to take a break. This has been very, very emotionally draining for me.
Howard, thank you.
Thank you, Cabbie, and I'm sure that good things lie ahead for you.
You think?
I think so.
You feel it?
Actually not, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Not here, but somewhere else.
Let me tell you another thing about that day. I was trapped with Tom and Ronnie.
Yo, is it true that you went into the Porta-John in the woods or something, somebody said?
I think Ronnie and Tom did that. I
Yeah.
stayed in the car.
Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
All right, my friend.
All right.
The great Cabbie.
Word, money, G.
Right.
Pay your taxes.
How does it feel to be back, man?
Yo, it's good to be back, man. This is nice.
You had to be thinking of this, you know, when you knew you were getting out, and you had to be thinking of this moment, you know, first getting a chance to see Howard and everything.
Yeah, you know, actually I wasn't thinking of it, but I was. You know, I was more thinking about just getting out and. It's funny. This morning I walked out and they were driving me down the compound on this little golf cart and seeing the razor wire and just like going, God, I'm out of this motherfucker. That was more it. You know.
Well, like actually arriving here, is this how you expected the place to look? And
I didn't really know. I didn't have any expectations. How about that?
But it felt pretty good to curse in there, though. You seemed like,
Yeah, it's just different. When we were driving in and we were listening to it on the radio, I was like, wow, it's saying fuck on the air. It's weird to hear. You know, you think you want to say it all the time, but then it's just, you don't have to say it all the time because it's not how you speak.
But also not having to think about, you know, choosing your words.
Right, exactly. It's odd.
So what's the future going to hold for you, man?
I don't know. I'm going to try to figure that.
The talk of the town. He is the toast of the town.
The toast. They're toasting him already. The burnt toast.
He was on the Joe Buck HBO premiere talk show, the first talk show in Joe Buck's.
Joe Buck's 2 Live.
Joe Buck. Joe Buck Live.
Right?
You know, they're making a big deal about Artie's language on the show, and it's weird to me because, you know, they have the cat house, like prostitutes fucking
but
guys.
HBO's schizophrenic like that.
Yeah.
You know, like on certain shows you're not supposed to do it, and somehow you're supposed to know which shows are for cursing and which shows aren't.
What about Sex in the City?
Right.
They used to, I mean, the stuff on that show offended me.
But then they'll have
No, it
something
didn't.
like the Bob Costas show, which never had any cursing in it.
I know, but they said, okay, I mean, they said do anything you want.
Well, I think they're schizophrenic in the sense that I think Joe Buck was going for more of a Letterman-esque kind of talk show where they talk sports and hang out and.
Right, because if you watched it, it was the Costas show. There was never any cursing.
I do believe, though, that these guys, when they booked you on the show, you know, sort of thought that you would be a talk show guest in keeping with your Letterman appearances and your Conan appearances and stuff like that. I think they probably were really blown out by the language, but nevertheless.
They should have said something. Right. They shouldn't have said "go to town."
They gave me no guidelines. Listen, I mean, this is crazy. I did an interview with the New York Times yesterday. Like, I mean,
about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big story in the sense that you went on, and HBO is now upset with you.
Right.
Oh dear.
And in fact, I was reading the paper today. They've blacklisted Artie from HBO Sports, which
wow.
I don't think.
Well, geez, Artie, I'm sorry for you.
I don't know how that would affect your career, but maybe it would. I don't know.
Look, me blacklisted from anything could affect my career, sure.
Oh, no, the HBO Sports Department's a major plank.
Here's the article. HBO wipes hands of Artie. Artie Lang meet the HBO blacklist. Lang, Howard Stern's radio sidekick, is persona non grata at HBO Sports after his profanity-laced segment on Monday's premiere of Joe Buck Live. I tell you what, I never knew who Joe Buck was. Now I do.
Yeah, I mean,
help them out that way.
There's something good that came out of this.
Sure.
He can do, let's see, he can go do as many Howard Stern shows as he likes, but he will no longer appear on HBO Sports or Joe Buck Live. HBO Sports President Ross Greenberg told the Post yesterday.
Wow. Well, that's the greatest news ever. I can do as many Howard Stern shows as I want.
How does Ross know that you can do as many shows
When
as
did
you
he
want?
get to get permission to do this show?
He's executive producing this show.
He's the president of Hollywood.
Howard, if that's true, and you make that decision, I couldn't be happier about it.
We don't have any interest in his world. That's a quote from Mr. Greenberg.
You have your own world.
Lang appeared with actor Paul Rudd, barely. Paul Rudd didn't get a word in.
But they weren't trying. Did you see them struggling for words?
No,
Howard,
they had a good time.
They went, yeah, they both loved it. If you
I don't doubt
you watch it, the crowd is guffawing. Like Michael Irvin is laughing. Like, look, I'm not going to say this about a normal appearance, but I have to defend myself. Like Jimmy Kimmel texted me yesterday. He said, "Dude, that appearance was epic. They should have you back on every night."
Like, you should be his sidekick. Somebody said to me there should be the Artie and Joe Buck show.
Yeah, I mean, so Ross Greenberg has, I mention him a lot in this New York Times. I don't know if the New York Times thing ran at all, but he sounds like a moron. He gave me no guidelines, and he knows what I do. He read my book. He saw my stand-up. Can someone explain to him why I wouldn't do what I did on Letterman? It's CBS, it's Letterman, and quite frankly, I have a lot more respect comedically for David Letterman than I do Joe Buck.
Lang, discussing his appearance on yesterday's Howard Stern show, said Greenberg told him to go nuts if the discussion flagged. So go fuck yourself. I don't care how important you are in the business, Lang said to Greenberg. That's regrettable, Greenberg fired back. I said to him prior to the show that we need your energy if things get boring. He misconstrued that. I didn't mean that we needed this, which was a far cry from energetic. It was a mean-spirited, vitriolic diatribe with guttural language.
Howard, take away the first thing I said, okay?
Right.
And which was just a crazy joke that is the first time the audience reacted to anything, okay?
Right.
And the kid Jason next to me started whooping it up afterwards. Whoa, and the place went nuts. Then after that, it really was just me and Joe ribbing each other. And I told a story about his father. And I mean, that was really, that's what I did. And everything killed. I mean, But look, I don't care if I'm ever on HBO ever again.
Right.
This is the show that sells tickets to there's guys who have HBO stand-up specials that open for me on the road. I mean, that's the truth, because I'm on the Stern show. I mean, I don't care, Ross. I really just don't care.
All right. Let's see. So Artie, who ever since he got off heroin is very energetic, appeared on a bunch of shows.
He is Mr. Energy.
No, Tim Sabian called me and asked me to call into Chris Russo. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can do sports with Chris.
Yeah, right. and
I heard that, by the way.
You heard it, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, by the way. He's not your friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Russo was, he was doing...
I didn't think Russo was... I thought you might have overreacted to Russo, and I'll tell you why.
I definitely think so, too.
I haven't heard the whole thing. We'll play it now. He thought you weren't funny. So you say, well, some people think I'm funny, and some people don't.
Okay, he had an issue with the language, too, and I just explained that I said, well, look,
but
Chris...
you got so angry with Chris. It was like saying, who cares what Chris thinks, whether you're funny or not? Just be like, you know what? I thought I did well. That's the only person I am.
Well, I was told that he was bashing me for a while. Well, that's what I was told. Tim said you got to call in...
Tim wanted you to react to what was being said.
Tim asked me to call in.
And then Artie slammed this guy, Mike Francesco. Turns out Mike was defending Artie. You were on fire.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been wanting to slam Francesco for a while. He gave me a bad tip on a couple of college games.
Well, that's very understandable. So, anyway, let me play you the Artie. What was Artie busy with yesterday?
Yeah,
page.
how many shows yesterday?
I'm going to get you a bunch of clips here. What page is that again, Gary? The Artie page.
Artie has his own page.
JD page 1. Okay. All right. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. What about that first clip? Can I pass on that one and just get right to this?
Pass on the first clip.
Okay. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. The two of them going at it yesterday.
People guffawed laughing. They don't laugh. They laugh politely if they have to. People were barreled over laughing. Watch the fucking tape.
Artie, I'm a big fan. You were not funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, Artie. I watched. You were not funny. That was not a funny set. That was not a funny 8 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm a big fan of yours about sports, but you don't know shit about being funny. When you're funny, it's funny when...
Artie, I'm not trying to be funny. You tried to be funny, and you weren't funny.
Exactly. I was trying to be funny, and I was funny. Howard Stern thought I was funny.
We all know.
Okay, whoa. I got texts from people I barely know. Jimmy Kimmel sent me a text saying that appearance was epic. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and they're going to have you back. Every funny person I know thought I was funny. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Chris, I love
Billy Crystal, Artie, Billy Crystal didn't think you're funny, and Billy Crystal's better than Jimmy. And Billy Crystal is bigger. Billy Crystal is bigger than Jimmy Kimmel. And Billy Crystal did not think you were funny.
Billy Crystal, let me tell you about Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hates Howard because Howard busts his chops. Billy Crystal's funny, but he's an uptight prick. He's a politically correct, uptight bastard. He's an egomaniac. We've sent out Stunner and John to ask him questions. We play a tape. Oh, Howard's not funny either. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented.
Wait.
Wait, let me talk. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. His stand-up is unreal, but he's full of himself, and he's taking it too far. I'm a Yankee fan like him. Now he thinks he's Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Pretentious, Mr. I Meet the President, so I don't give a fuck what he thinks is funny. I give a fuck what my fans think are funny, and they thought it was funny, Chris.
Artie.
And I don't care if you think it's funny either, even though I'll listen to you talk about the Jet-Giant schedule and what the record's going to be, but don't tell me about being funny, and I won't tell you about...
Well, but Artie, you need a guy. You tell me about sports. You're allowed. I mean, I don't say, well, what does Artie know about sports? I don't say that. So why should you say that about me, about why I can't judge a comedian? What, you're allowed to judge your sports and I can't judge a comedian?
You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't respect your opinion about comedy. I tell you about sports, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll believe it. Chris, I love you, man. You know I'm a huge fan of yours, but you're wrong about this. I was funny, and look at the audience. They guffaw.
You can't judge.
Michael, wait, Chris.
Oh, hold on now. Let me get this straight. Artie, let me get this straight. I'm not allowed to judge your comedic value, but Michael Irvin can. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I can't judge it, but if Michael Irvin laughs, you must be funny. Michael Irvin doesn't know anything.
Chris, you could judge whatever you want. And Michael Irvin could judge whatever you want. I don't give a fuck about it either way. I'm just saying one's right and one.
Well, hold on. You brought up Michael Irvin 4 times and he thought it was funny. Well, why should Michael Irvin be able to judge it? I can't. That doesn't work. Michael Irvin's not a comedian. Well, why can't he's a football player. A retired one at that.
I'll tell you what.
He's got no credibility with comedy.
Chris, you're gonna let me talk?
Yes, go ahead. You gotta answer the question, though.
Because, Chris, I met Michael Irvin, and quite frankly, he's funnier than you are. That's how it is. You're funny, and you don't...
Michael Irvin can't get a job in the media business. ESPN fired Michael Irvin. Nobody wants Michael Irvin on. You're making Michael Irvin's a big talent in the broadcasting field?
Why the fuck was he on?
Because he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Artie. You think he's on because he's funny?
And I'm on Joe Buck Live because I'm on a Hall of Fame radio show. How'd that sound, motherfucker?
Well, that's different, Artie. We're not talking about... Forget Stern. We're talking about your appearance as far as humor is concerned and about language and about all those things. How about going on, Buck, last night and use better language and not make everybody cringe in America?
And being boring and nobody cares. Would you be talking to me right now if I went on and talked like Carol Burnett for fucking an hour or some other fucking jerk-off you think is funny like Bob Hope? You're talking to me right now because of what I did.
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Yeah, Bob Uecker funny?
I think Bob Uecker's hilarious.
Okay, does Bob Uecker use bad language?
Off the air?
No, in his jokes, does he use bad language, Artie? The answer is no.
What the hell is he talking about?
Chris, you're caught up in the 1940s, brother. I'm a Richard Pryor fan. I'm a George Carlin fan. I love Sam Kinison. I love guys who were on the edge. You don't. It's a difference. Howard Stern. And don't bullshit me, man. I used to listen to you and Mike and Mad Dog, and you guys would always talk when you were kissing Imus's fucking old ass. You would go, oh, Howard works blue. I don't work blue. I grew up listening to Howard, man. I work blue. And Joe Buck knew that, and he got it, and the fans fucking loved it. And today, people are talking about his show because of it.
The one thing I don't understand, maybe you know this and clear it up, Artie. When did Billy Crystal comment on Artie's appearance?
I don't know.
Never.
Russo seems to be aware of something no one else. Maybe they had a personal conversation.
Are they close, Billy Crystal and Mad Dog?
I have no idea.
Howard.
That is so funny.
Howard, listen.
I got more, by the way.
I know, but listen, I am a fan of Russo because he's real. He's really a geek. Like, I mentioned Norm Macdonald to him, and he said, the guy on Cheers, Norm.
No.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't know anything about
outside of sports
or modern day stuff.
It wasn't his cup of tea.
Right, exactly. But he was yelling at me too, Howard. I mean, I was yelling back.
Michael Irvin thought it was funny.
He did.
That was fun. Chris is a funny guy.
He is funny.
When he starts yelling, he's just funny.
I love when two guys argue over whether they were funny or not. It's the best. I mean, I've gotten caught up in that crap.
Was the best. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, exactly. Well, whoever's in the audience, when you're a comic, you're just happy anyone's laughing, man, you know.
It seems like you're getting caught up lately in a lot of fights with people, a lot of agitation. I'm worried about you, honestly.
Honestly, Howard, I'm fine. I really am. But people are fucking with me.
But I don't know. You think everyone's fucking with you?
No. I'm fine, Howard.
You are?
And I'm in therapy, and it's starting to work.
It's working?
Did you talk to your therapist about this?
I have a shrink session today. And,
good. How long?
I love the guy. He's finally back from his honeymoon.
How many hours is the session today?
It's going to be about an hour and a half because I have a book signing tonight, so I have to calm down.
Right.
But I have so much anger in me. I do. I have anger in me,
really do.
and I'm working on it.
Okay. What is it, Fred?
I have a couple of thoughts. Book a triple session, number one.
You got it, Fred.
And number two, I heard that exchange yesterday, and in my opinion, Russo has no credibility whatsoever to judge who's funny and who is not.
No, you're missing the point.
But it's his opinion on
comedy. He's commenting on what he thought was funny.
But the difference in the argument, too, is he's commenting directly on what Artie does for a living as opposed to what's funny, and Artie's not commenting on what he does. What if Artie would have come out?
He does. Artie says,
I don't say he does a
Artie
bad job.
says he's a fan.
I don't say he does, but what if he called in and says, I don't think you're doing a particularly
He says
good show
he
today.
likes Artie, he's a fan, but he didn't think this performance was his best.
I think that's a nice little cop-out when people want to say something shitty about you. They preamble it with, I agree. You know, I'm a fan, but... He sounds like that guy, 𝗏
Look,
Howard, I
he
was
gave his opinion. Right. Quite frankly, who cares what Mad Dog's opinion
I agree with
is?
it. But
Artie did his thing.
I just want to say one thing. Also, his opinion is colored because his favorite comedian is Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke.
Well, I mean, you know, Carol O'Connor is a great actor, but exactly, he doesn't know what he's talking
the
about.
Second point, I listened long after Artie had his meltdown on the air, and he admitted, I believe he admitted he didn't even see it.
Oh, so then how can he comment?
You know what? That's the beauty of Chris.
He did not see the show.
Mad Dog didn't see the. Did he watch the performance on YouTube or something?
No,
he either watched it on YouTube or he heard the tapes.
Or Billy Crystal called him.
He did not see the show.
Billy Crystal called him from the movie
Chris,
set.
I'll apologize ahead of time, but I believe it was about maybe a half hour, an hour afterwards you admitted you didn't see the show.
I just like that Billy Crystal is discussing this with Mad Dog.
It would have been nice if Billy Crystal could have said it in his own words.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
First of all, before a Springsteen concert, I went on Mad Dog's show a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And what I did on the Joe Buck show compared to what I did on Chris Russo's show looked like Romper Room. I mean, and he hugged me afterwards and said, that was great. I loved it. I mean, this is satellite radio. I am a dirty comedian. I admit that. I'm not as smart as Jerry Seinfeld, I guess. I'm not as smart as...
But when you go on, let's say, Letterman or Conan, you do not work dirty. You're able to do both.
I can do both,
That's
yeah.
right.
But on HBO, I figured, what the hell? Let it loose, man.
Right.
Why not?
All right, here's Artie versus Mad Dog round 2.
Oh, boy.
Artie, can we calm down with the language on that kind of show? Can we do that?
Listen, it's HBO, Chris. I will never listen to you with comedy advice, okay, buddy? You pick up my DVD, I curse like crazy. It's rated NC-17.
But I know when I buy your video. Artie, I know when I buy...
I'm not going to your fucking kid's 8th birthday party.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn off HBO? I know if I buy your video, I know what I'm getting. I know when I sit there and buy your book, I know what I'm getting.
It's HBO. Artie Lange's on HBO. What do you think? You're going to hear me through a psalm from the Bible? You got to be... Are you that stupid?
You can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down a little bit?
You can't calm down a little bit right now either?
I'm fine. You can't come down a little bit, Artie?
You're not fine. You're not fine. You know what, Chris? No, I like to go over the line. I like to shock. I like to be funny. I like creating uncomfortable shit, and I love conversations like this. This sells books, man. I'm a businessman, too. My book went through the roof. I'm #1 on the Google Trends today. I don't give a shit about shit that much, except I want to be funny in my own way. I'm not censoring myself for anybody. This is like Lenny Bruce shit, man. Lenny Bruce got arrested, so I'm allowed to curse on HBO, and I'm going to fucking honor that. Howard Stern went through hell to be able to get me to... Howard Stern got FCC fines. Howard Stern's the reason you're allowed to talk like this on the radio right now, and I'm going to honor that.
I'm not using bad language, Artie. Artie, listen, I love Howard. I don't use bad language during a talk show.
You love Howard. There was different shit going on a few years ago with you and your fat fucking...
Oh, we got to leave Mike alone, Artie. Please, that's not fair. Don't get on Mike. It's not his fault.
Mike's fat ass is giving me shit. I saw Mike once at a Knick game. I couldn't believe they didn't sell him 3 seats. His ass was so fucking...
Oh, Artie, come on, don't pick on Mike. What did Mike do? Mike didn't do anything to you.
I'm not picking on Mike, but he's picking on me, so I'm hitting...
Well, when is he picking on Artie?
Chris, let me tell you something. I'm from the streets. You hit me, I'm hitting you back.
When did Mike pick... In 20 years that I was with Mike, he never mentioned you once. When did Mike pick on you?
I got a bunch of phone calls saying Francesa's trashing you, so guess what?
Did you... Artie, did you hear it yourself, or are you going by what your friend told you?
Oh, right. I'm sure my friend would call me up.
Well, I mean, people like to cause... Artie, people like to cause dissension. Yes, friends will call up. Yes, friends will say... People say things to get a reaction. That's what people do.
Chris, don't teach me about radio. I know people make shit up, but there's no way. I guarantee you Francesa gave me shit, just like you're giving me shit.
Not in 20... Artie!
I give a fuck about Francesa. I give a fuck about you, so I'm calling in. That's it. I mean, I don't have proof, but you know what? Whether I have proof or not, Francesa...
listen, here's what I'd say.
Listen, one thing. Whether I have proof or not, Francesa still has a big fat ass.
No, I mean, listen, heavy. I'll buy that, but I mean 19 years, and I worked with Mike for 19 years. He never said a word about it. He never.
I know. That's not what I'm talking about.
The last 8 months, if he said something, I don't know that.
He didn't say a word about me because I'm not famous enough. But today I made news in his fucking world, so he said something. So I'm
I said something. So now you didn't tell me that. You said something today? You said something?
Yeah, I just tried to, but you keep screaming like a crazy person, like Bruce just started playing Prove It All night. I mean, shut the fuck up and listen. Francesa trashed me today, so I'm trashing him back.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, you didn't say. I didn't hear you say. Nobody heard you say today. I thought you meant over the years.
Because you're screaming too loud like a fucking broad. Calm down.
So then Artie was done and then called Bad Dog back to apologize to Francesa.
First of all, I don't know what happened because 40 people told me Francesa trashed me, and then a caller called up and said that he didn't. So no, I don't know what happened exactly.
So here's Artie apologizing.
Calling back with an apology.
By the way, Howard, that was the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard.
Crazy.
It was
Artie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm sorry. Listen, the guy who just called up and said Francesa actually thought I made the show good. Now I feel bad because I made the mistake of listening to a friend. I apologize to Francesa. I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you what, he's right. It was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest, and maybe I thought I had to hit a home run instead of a double to right. So maybe I turned it up a notch. And again, this is where people are wrong. I didn't call Buck a cocksucker. That's not what I did. I would never do that. I made a joke about a website. I would never call him a cocksucker, all right? It's a difference of opinion. I'm sorry to Francesa, but Francesa's right, Chris. It was a bore fest until I started talking. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm Richard Pryor. I know I'm not that good, but I do what I do, and I'm trying to make a living. I went on there, and I did it. And a lot of people who I respect, including Howard and Howard's honest, man. If Howard thought I sucked, he would say I sucked.
Howard didn't even see it, right?
Howard saw it and listened to it, of course.
He saw it live, or did he see it after the show was on?
No, he saw it afterwards. But he watched it. He watched the whole thing. And look at it. Chris, look at it. Buck is laughing when I'm doing his father. They cut to the audience. They're not laughing in a fake way. Michael Irvin's now. Both of the kids next to me are laughing, Chris. I know you don't like it, but look, we have a difference in opinion. I apologize to Mike. I did what I had to do. I'm trying to make a living here, brother. I'm trying to avoid becoming a longshoreman again. And I tell you what, I'll keep doing it if it sells books, but not just because of that, because it's true to whatever. You want to call me an artist? I don't think I am, but I'm true to this the way Richard Pryor was true to his honest comedy. I will always do this, and I'll always listen to you, Russo. I won't bother you again. I love you. I'm going to keep listening. Thanks for taking my call.
Artie feels bad now.
Artie was feeling bad, and is it true Mike Francesco really had to buy 3 seats at the stadium?
Well, it's expensive, too. Like $2,000 a seat.
Well, there you go. I mean, you must be a little bit worn out, huh?
I am, Howard.
You're yelling and screaming and
I feel a fraction of what it must be like to be you when you get a lightning rod of stuff. It's like, I mean, the New York Times called me. I mean, there's a war on.
You're like Crazy Alice. You're yelling and screaming on all these radio shows.
Well, I mean, again, I would never...
Has he become Crazy Artie?
Crazy Artie.
Shut the fuck up, Crazy Artie, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. Chris Russo, fucking cocksucker. Chris. You ain't no Italian. You ain't no Italian. Fuck you, half
You suck dick, don't you?
You suck dick, don't you?
I'm leaving that to cocksucker.
Listen, Howard, I wouldn't have called. I wouldn't have called if Tim asked me to call.
What I thought was really wild was that HBO now on their website bleeped the entire thing. Like
they have bleeps in it?
They're uptight about the language that was used.
I guess their sports area is where they don't curse.
I guess. I don't know. Well, I think they want to be, they're a little schizophrenic, as you said. They want to be a bunch of different things, HBO Sports and HBO Regular, and, they're the dirty channel.
Here's the crazy thing, Howard, and I've said this before on the air, I am such a fan of HBO Sports. Their documentaries, Thrill in Manila, like, they are, Liv Schreiber does all of the narration. They did a thing about the Oakland A's and the Raiders in the 70s. It's one of my favorite things ever. I own it. I love HBO Sports. I love Bob Costas.
They don't love you.
But they don't love me. So there's a lot of people I love who don't love me, by the way.
Right.
But anyway, let me just say, and I told this to the New York Times last night. Here's exactly what Ross Greenberg said to me, okay? And I'll tell you what Joe Buck said to me, too. And there's witnesses to this. He said it in front of a few people. And he's not going to like this, and I don't agree with this, but this is what he said. He said, look, Art, with a big smile on his face. Ross Greenberg.
Okay.
With a big smile on his face, he comes up to me and he goes, listen, man, if these two guys get boring, you go in there and put in some energy, and you're the cleanup guy, Right. And he said, if these two guys get boring,
Right.
And Paul Rudd, who is a talented guy, and
Greenberg claims that what he meant by
I didn't say go nuts.
Right.
I said go nuts. That was right. He didn't say go nuts. He said
give
these two guys, give them some energy. Now, Joe Buck in the green room in front of a bunch of people said to me, listen, give it to me, man. Let me have it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said, let me have it, man. That's what this is
like
about.
Like roast him, kind of.
Yeah, well, no, he just said, let me have it. I don't know what I mean. And so if you say that to me on HBO, what does he think's going to happen?
I don't know.
I guess you're right. The first thing was a little strong, but then I made. I told a touching story about how much I loved his father.
Right. Well, listen,
Everybody forgot that, Artie.
I know.
That's right, Art. I was reading a guy named Tommy Craig's column in I think this is from Miami, but I don't know. I don't know where he writes a column, and he said that he thought that Joe Buck's phony outrage over Joe Buck's show is ridiculous, that having Artie on
He invited Artie.
He invited Artie. Artie was wild, and that's what they could have expected. And Joe Buck now distancing himself from his own show is sort of a wild thing in itself, that this is your show, and you kind of wanted this, and now you're conveniently saying you didn't want it. HBO took Artie's appearance off of YouTube, and they had it removed.
YouTube?
Yeah, off of YouTube because they had it removed. I didn't hear the rest of these, though. There's a couple other shows, I guess, that commented on Artie. This is the Dan Patrick radio show from here at Sirius, I guess.
Well, I guess that, Gary's happy because they stopped talking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did something manly. No, I was offensive.
Before we dive into Brett Favre's appearance last night on the Joe Buck show, the Joe Buck / Artie Lang show on HBO.
It was a good show. The Favre, and then the nice piece on David Wright, and then that great segment with Paul Rudd, who's hysterical, and Artie Lang, and some guy.
Paul Rudd wasn't hysterical.
Well, he only had 2 words.
Paul Rudd was there? Yeah, I think he said, "Hi, Joe," and that was it.
It was a hijacking last night.
Yes, it was.
Brutal.
Yes, it was.
Brutal but transfixing TV.
I was not turning the channel. There's no doubt about that, but I've never felt more uncomfortable or sorry for a host in my entire life.
But what do you expect with Artie Lang? This is a comedian with Howard Stern, and Artie's off heroin, and if you listen to the show, Artie never shuts up anymore. He's got 1,000 things to say, and I think he probably got on and said, "Hey, you know what? This is kind of boring here. Let me liven this up."
Exactly. He pulled a Howard, like when Howard did that to Arsenio Hall, and he's done it to other places. But they went to him, and the first thing he said to Joe Buck, I can't even come close to repeating on the air, but poor Joe looked like, I don't even know how to explain that. I mean, he was shell-shocked.
Yeah, I think that and probably had his family there. That's a big thing. It's his first show. It's HBO. He wants to get into the entertainment field. And I can host one of these shows. And
some producer in the back room in the early planning was like, you know what? Why don't we go a little crazy? Let's get a guy a little risque. How about Artie Lang?
Artie Lang, I hear all the kids like him.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He's edgy. Yeah, that'll be good. But I think what he made the mistake of maybe waking Artie up a little bit, and he started to give him a little bit of grief. As a host, you got to be careful if you're going to pick your battles with a comedian, a stand-up comedian who's just going to fire back. I mean, Artie's used to doing this every single day of his life. And I think that's where Joe found out, especially the websites that Joe apparently goes.
Joe's 10 and 15-year-old sons, by the way, were in the audience.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that.
Oh, dear.
Why would that have mattered?
Well, you know what?
Maybe. They're a little less innocent today.
Lang, you would have thought that he went on kicking and screaming, like he didn't want to go on the show. That's the feeling I got. It's like, I don't want to be here, and I'm just going to start taking shots. I'm bored. I'm going to start taking shots.
And the funniest part was he just says some really off-color stuff for about 2 minutes, and he goes, but, you know, Joe, I love your father. He's a great broadcaster, one of the best, old-school guy, didn't take any BS, and starts complimenting his father, but still throwing in swear words as he's complimenting him.
I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco when I first tuned in. I did. I saw Artie. I went, is that? Well, it's Artie. I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco there.
Hey, Marie, you're on the air in El Paso.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
I just wanted to say, Artie, you know, because I was a big Jackie fan, and so Artie's kind of humor, it's always been something that I don't really get or I don't really understand, but it's always kind of been like he's not really himself, and I think it was the drugs. And I've been in rehab. I've just been out of rehab for like a month. And I know exactly what he's going through because, like, I'm now myself, you know, like being a bitch and, like, shouting at people. And you know what I mean? You're being yourself, Artie. And that's what I really, really appreciate about your humor now, is that you're being honest. And that's what makes it really funny.
Okay.
No,
I guess.
I guess she likes you.
That was a weird turn, but thank you, sweetie.
She back into it.
I wonder how many times HBO will rerun this disgraceful episode.
I don't know. It sounds like you know, they're bleeping it, but it is on their website. It's still there.
I know it's bleeped somewhere. Some people write me letters now about this whole thing,
and can I say something
I'm trying
else?
to understand it, and I think somewhere it's bleeped, and YouTube took it off. That's what I know.
I don't know why YouTube would take it off, but you know,
they don't take anything off.
HBO had it removed from YouTube somehow.
They don't want people seeing the unbleeped version.
Yeah.
One other thing about my intent, I was excited to be invited to that. That's a big deal for me. And a live HBO. It is for an HBO. I mean, I got a book out. It's an HBO show. Brett Favre and Michael Irvin are Hall of Fame guys. Favre will be. And, you know, I didn't go there to do anything but try to make the show good and be funny. Joe Buck was very nice to me. He's a big fan of this show, and I didn't go on and try to hijack anything.
What was it like after you, like when you were leaving? Did he shake your hand?
He shook my hand and said, "Great job, man. That was great." And,
you weren't ushered out by cops or anything like that.
I mean, look, every one of the crew guys hugged me and said that was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
Joe Buck himself. What did Greenberg do?
I didn't see Greenberg on the way out. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, so I left.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know I had to stay an extra half hour for the internet thing. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, but I stayed. And again, I would never say this except to defend myself. But if you got Paul Rudd and Jason on the phone. The two guys.
They thought it was funny.
Who were with me.
Yes.
Paul looked at me and said, "Do you realize how amazing what you just did was?"
Well, maybe we'll try to get this all going. We'll try to call Paul Rudd.
I believe Artie. I don't think I need to call Paul Rudd.
You don't?
I believe
I
him.
would like to hear everybody's take on this.
You need to hear it all. Marianne, why don't we have everyone in the world call it? Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
Artie, don't you have anything better to do than call a lame radio show?
What do you mean? He's promoting a book.
He's calling Mike and all these shows. Like
No, he called Mad Dog because
Mad Dog to promote his book.
Tim asked him to do it.
Oh, but Howard, can I ask you something? Do you think that Artie using your name like Howard said it throughout this whole thing, are you upset about that, or it doesn't really matter to you?
No, Artie works with me, and he's quoting things that I said. I said I thought it was funny.
No, I'm talking about on the shows, like he says, Artie's my boss, and Howard's my boss, and I'm only going to listen to Howard, and I only listen to the great Howard. You know, that's what he keeps saying, almost like you're his father figure, and he's got to put it out there like you have to protect him.
No, I think it's a way of him saying that he works with me and respects my opinion.
Well, that's nice. I have to say one more thing. It's not such a big deal, Artie. Life goes on, you know what? And you should just, like, chill out because you're trying to be in, rehab and stuff. So everybody does have a life, so we should all move on. Love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne.
I am chill. I'm very calm. This is.
I read a lot in the internet and stuff, and it seems like that man you're talking about, he said that he really wanted to kick you off, but because he promoted it so much, he wasn't going to do that, and that you were supposed to give energy and not that kind of raunchy, crazy behavior, because I think the reason...
All right, very interesting. David, go ahead. You're on in Toronto.
I just want to tell Artie, he's like a road that's been paved twice. Retard. You are less Italian than you are funny. I think you should concentrate on that. And the title of your new book, if you understand Italian, should be Ciabatt. It means fat little fuck.
Well, not an Artie fan.
I don't understand what he
said. Sounds more like... I think this is Mr. Greenberg on the phone.
He did a great joke. You hear him? A paved road, retard.
Retard.
Yeah, no,
that was a good one. That's funny, man. Can I use that one?
Howard's my boss.
Yeah,
you
right.
can use that one.
Thanks, buddy.
You can use that one, and maybe you'll get a laugh.
Right. I never get laughs.
People laugh because
I never get laughs.
Doesn't mean you're funny.
Oh, okay. What would mean you're funny? People not laughing?
No, it would mean people laughing because you said something that was actually humorous, not belligerent.
Oh,
people laugh out of
that's a lot of your detractors are saying you've become very angry and belligerent.
Oh, okay.
That you used to be sweet Artie, and now you're vicious Artie.
Okay, well,
I thought that the Joe Buck thing was entertaining. Now, I don't know. I don't even believe everyone's carrying on like this.
I can't believe it either.
It's very controversial. We had no idea that they would be debating this all over everybody's ear.
Listen, if I was on there with Barack Obama, I would not have said what I said. Okay?
You said it was a setting where you felt comfortable enough to do your thing.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Now, were you excited by all this, or were you upset by it? What happened yesterday in your life? Were you turned on by all of the attention, or were you turned off to this?
I have to admit, Howard, I was turned on by it.
You liked it? You liked all the attention?
It's exciting. I mean,
did Team Lang come together and say this was a good thing?
I haven't met Team Lang.
Did you discuss this with your agent? Did you discuss it
They all think it's great.
That's what I was talking about.
Because,
that's Team Lang.
because the book apparently
doing well.
Went through the roof.
So that's what you want.
Yeah.
So you got what you needed.
Well, I mean, it's publicity.
Right.
And
so you weren't having any sort of second thoughts about it, doubts?
No.
You feel good about your appearance there? And
Howard, listen, all I can go by is I've done a lot of talk shows, okay?
Right.
And I've done 1,000 of these shows and whatever, and I've done a lot of things in front of an audience. I thought it was great.
Right. So that's all you have to worry about.
And I've been on yourself. And I've been on before, and I've thought I've been bad too.
Why defend yourself? That's what you've got to do in therapy. You got to say, listen, I thought it was great. That's what I did. I stand by it.
Well,
that's it.
People are.
Don't get affected by everyone's opinion.
I'm not affected by it.
Good.
really, I'm sort of just sitting here. People are coming to me. People called me. Tim called me and asked me to call Russo. I look, and everyone gets into this business because you want attention, and of course I was turned on by it.
I was glad to hear you say you were a narcissist. I think your numbers would be higher this week than mine.
I'm a narcissist. Absolutely.
He might be higher than you.
Yeah, you might be a little above a 34.
Right.
Robin, look, anyone who gets into comedy, think about what a comedian says to the rest of the world. Look, guys, I don't only think I'm interesting and funny. I think people will pay to fucking hear me. I mean, of course I'm a narcissist.
But I was going to ask you something. You would never go to your therapist to evaluate a performance, would you?
No, I wouldn't, but I might go to my therapist to understand why I'd care so much. Right.
I see. Okay.
Right. In other words, when I go into therapy, I have had issues where I care what everyone thinks. Mm-hmm. And we get into that. Why care about...
that's a different issue. I thought you were saying maybe you should talk to your therapist about, whether this was funny or not. And that's not what you're going to do.
No, I think Artie needs to deal in therapy with a lot of issues. This isn't one of them.
Right. What would he be talking about in relation to this, though?
His anger, he is lashing out at anyone who criticizes him, which is understandable. Mm-hmm. But the anger is so off the wall.
Right.
Well, you know what?
It's crazy that it's making his life like
a little bit unlivable.
And I would guess, if I may play shrink here, that all of this excitement, all of this fighting with everyone, all of this turmoil is keeping Artie from really getting to the things that bother him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
He's keeping himself busy.
You're 100% correct.
Right.
Something about that, though. I remember going through an anger phase.
Yes, I remember that
in
phase.
the few months that I did therapy.
Yeah.
And then cured yourself.
Before I quit.
Right. Before you declared you were cured. Yes.
And that's one thing that happens. A lot of your unexpressed anger just rises to the surface, and it is a little bit uncontrollable at the beginning.
Oh, it's horrible. And what is that famous quote by Richard Nixon, like, your enemies only win if you get mad, because then you destroy yourself. You know? And look, Howard's right. I have anger in me that's tremendous, and it's about a bunch of things. And thank God I found a therapist that I like. Like, I really like. I call him on the phone when I can't see him. If I'm on the road. So I'm working on it, man.
I believe that you need to be in therapy 5 days a week for now. Okay. No, I'm not making a joke.
I don't understand. Is it structured therapy? What are we talking about?
It's a psychotherapy. I believe that Artie is involved with.
It's intense.
And it's...
But is it structured? Like, we see each other on this day at this hour?
It's twice a week, based on his schedule and mine.
Based on
you don't have a set appointment?
In the beginning of the week, he'll say, I have this day, and I'll say, okay, let's do it that way.
What about locking into 3 or 4 times a week at a set time?
I'll bring that up to him today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the move, because
I think you could, get through this a lot easier, maybe dispel a lot of that anger in therapy.
I think I'll get through a lot of money, too.
No. Well, that, too. We can run through that.
Hey, you're right. No,
getting better does cost money.
If I could tell you,
investment in you,
if I could tell you what I spent on heroin, it
pales in comparison.
Way less.
What'd you spend a week on heroin? Would you say? I mean, it's no exact number, I'm sure.
A week?
When you really were at your worst.
At my worst? Yeah. Well, I read once that that Yoko Ono and John Lennon in the 70s were spending $5,000 a week on heroin. In the 70s.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, and I think, but you see, here's the thing. I was having it delivered because I was afraid to be seen going.
So there's a surcharge?
Well, absolutely.
It's like McDonald's. If they could deliver it to your house, they have to charge you something.
And these were guys that I would overpay because I was afraid. I don't want them mad at all. You know. And I'll give you the most I ever spent in 1 week.
Go ahead.
Probably. You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, not because there's a bunch of issues here.
Oh.
By the way, I mean, how often do you have to have it delivered?
About twice a day. No,
Is that true?
No. A couple times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How long does the delivery person hang out? Do they just deliver and then leave? Like you don't
have to hang with them.
Hang out with them?
Sometimes it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use bad language. Sometimes Ross Greenberg will say, look, you're Artie's heroin dealer. If it gets boring, try to mix it up a little bit. And they completely misread him.
Does the delivery person ever, like, once in a while, like, hand you the bag and then, like, pull it away real quick and, like, just fuck with you?
No, they don't want to. They want the money, so, you know.
They don't want to tease you with it?
That doesn't happen.
You're not in any mood to pull back the money, are you?
No, I'm not.
So when somebody, maybe let's put it this way, see if you can answer this. When somebody's habit is bad, like what generally would they spend a week?
Well, here's the thing. I
mean,
never
5,000 sounds incredible.
I never shot it.
Right.
I believe John and Yoko were shooting it. You go through it way quicker.
Right.
So, you know, yeah, I would say even adjusting $5,000 a week now would be a shitload of money to pay for heroin because heroin's cheap.
Could you have spent $7,500 a week?
No.
No, not that much.
He's saying he didn't go that way.
No, he didn't go that way.
It's cheaper.
Well, it's like I never smoked cocaine either.
Right.
For some reason, I had these levels, and I was at parties where
there was times you were afraid to go that.
Yeah, because I would have
level.
lived in that bottle, you know. And I was at parties where I was handed a pipe, you know, I just said no to that somehow because I thought that was another level. And if you smoke coke, God, the money just goes because then you just get rid of it so quick.
Do you think you're insane?
On some level, sure.
You do.
Yeah,
I mean, qualified. Are you
insane?
Do you think you're insane?
No, I don't think I'm insane.
In other words, do you think you have a death wish?
Oh.
Which would be insanity.
I think, yes, I know that.
Right.
I think at one time I might have, but not anymore.
All right, good. All right, well, that's good to hear.
Well, listen, Howard, I tried to commit suicide. Howard.
Right. So are you insane?
No, I think I was at one point, but I'm not.
Now you're
saying... listen, I'm not trying to be wah here, but the pain that I went through, the darkness of seeing my father the way he was, was so traumatizing to me. And my father asked me to kill him once a week.
Right.
You know, and he was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when we played catch, you know, my hand would hurt from how hard he threw the ball. And the last 4 years of his life, I had to wipe his nose. And you know, it just, it really was something I couldn't get out of my head. And I never went to therapy for it. And my mother always looked tired. You know, she would set her while working.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, I'm just trying to answer
Your father, no, I hear you. Your father exhibited a lot of bad behavior.
Yes.
You described a story that I thought was almost too outrageous to believe that he would, you know, install, you know, phony cable.
But never did drugs or drank or anything, which is weird. And he never gambled. It was weird.
Do you think a lot of your outrageous behavior is an attempt to be like your dad?
Absolutely.
It is.
1,000.
Because you admire him so much that all of his negative behaviors you think are good.
You could not be more correct. My father would tell me stories about how he used to fool around in school and get in trouble. And that absolutely made me want to do that.
So you think,
wait a minute.
So you think that being a real man is behaving outrageously or badly?
Well, no, not bad. But you see, because in a lot of ways, I'm a good man, Howard.
I'm not accusing you of being bad, but you're a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, but
outrageous and bad behavior
is manly.
Is manly.
Sure, in a way there is, but I'm older now. I used to think that. I realize now, of course. I mean, listen, the stuff I do on an HBO show.
Forget HBO.
Right, okay.
I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about
You're talking about his life.
Talking about your life. I'm talking about doing outrageous things. Stuff that you don't even talk about here.
I think I'm mature enough now to realize that that's wrong. But for a long time, I thought that was what a man was. Absolutely.
Let me ask you something though, because we were on the conversation about insanity.
Right.
And insanity is not regulatable.
That's right.
Okay, you can't control. That's what insanity is.
That's why I asked the question, because insanity means you're insane. It means, in other words,
it means you don't have a choice.
The only way that you can recover from it, if you want to call it a recovery, is to be medicated.
Right, you have to be controlled outside of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
you can't say, today I'm not insane.
Right. So
you are. If you're insane, that's it.
There's no cure. I was insane yesterday.
No, there isn't.
That temporary insanity defense, what do you think of that?
Insanity is why I asked you if you think you're insane, because...
Well, do you think I'm insane?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that something's going on where my recommendation, and I don't say this lightly, the reason I said you should be in therapy 4 or 5 days a week is to find out what's really going on with you.
Right.
You should know what's going on with you.
Right.
In other words, you're an older guy with the heroin and stuff. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, you're playing with fire.
I understand.
And I love you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do, Howard.
So the thing is that if you are insane, let's assume you are, they can medicate you.
Right.
And if they medicate you, you'll have a good life. There are many people I know in my personal life who are, mentally ill. And people go shocked when you hear, mental illness. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me hit fuzzy
I don't
health.
want anything bad to happen to you. So if you are mentally ill, they should medicate you. If you're not, then you got to get to the bottom of this anger.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Right. Because you tried to commit suicide, and that scares me.
But I tried to commit suicide because I had just done coke for 3 days, and I ran out of it. And
so you might not be insane.
I don't think I am.
But taking coke for 3 days is insane.
I know. But so everyone who does coke for 3 days, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean,
and they're not all insane.
I don't think I'm insane. I don't think I'm insane.
Artie, sometimes the drug taking is an attempt at self-medicating because
of course it
of
is.
insanity.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
That could be behind the drug use.
But okay, and that's
it could be. I'm not a
completely
doctor.
understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand that.
Right.
But I'm not on any medication right now.
Right.
And for a couple of weeks on the show, I really was out of my mind, ruining interviews and shit.
Right.
And do you feel I've made an adjustment there?
No.
No?
No. You've made some adjustment, but not
Well,
really.
some adjustment.
Not really. No. I don't think so.
But some adjustment.
Some.
Right. So
I think you're having a hard time controlling yourself.
I'm going towards the.
Yeah. I think you're doing better. I just think that what I'm worried about.
That's on my own. So and I'm going to keep and listen. I will keep trying to do that.
There's something going on though that concerns me. That in doing your own rehab, I think you're going through a tremendous difficulty right now. You came off heroin, which
Right.
I applaud you, and I think is unbelievable. I mean, an amazing feat, because anyone who understands addiction, that ain't easy.
Oh, no.
This is the hardest thing you're going through.
It's not just the drug.
And I don't think you even know inside of you how, forget the physical addiction,
Right.
the psychological addiction. That emptiness now, that void that isn't filled, has to be filled some other way.
Well, it's the Charlie Parker quote. They can get it out of your blood, but they can't get it out of your brain.
Right. When you're
But
an
not only
addictive person.
that, whatever you were taking it for, you're now subject to having to control
right.
or
You're
face.
feeling
Yeah.
things, thoughts are creeping in that the heroin would dampen. In a way, you were medicating whatever it is that's bugging you, whether it is insanity, whether it's just the death of your father, whether it's the combination of everything that goes on in the pressures of your life. Whatever is going on now, you're starting to feel.
Right.
And I think
That's a hell of a thing to have to go through on your own.
I know I have trouble negotiating my feelings. That's why I'm there 3 days a week. I can't imagine what it's like for you coming off heroin. That's why I'm saying.
Well, I am going. I'm going, and it's 2 days a week now. But I'll tell the guy I want more. I believe you, Howard.
I'm telling you. I think that I'm worried because, listen, you're a dear friend. But aside from working with you, forget the work. I'm talking about you're a good-hearted human being and a good man and a funny guy and a talented guy. And I think that this is a lot of pressure you're going through right now.
It is.
And I recognize that.
Thank you.
But you got to get assistance. I mean, you got to find out what's going on inside of you, because no one can do that on their own. Very few people, unless you're, so self-evolved that you can figure out what's going on.
And I'm not.
And I'm not either. So I'm not trying to set myself as an expert.
And there are some people who it's just a drug thing, and they just get off the drugs, and they're fine. But if the drug was something to cover up something else.
Sure it was.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. Well, this is why I enjoy therapy now, and it's working. Just this conversation makes me feel better.
Right.
It does, and I appreciate it.
Right. Well,
because
people care about
because it's with people I respect.
Right.
Okay, and I respect this guy a lot.
Good.
And God, is he a wise soul?
But here's the other thing. You also tend to turn everybody into Either they're the greatest or the
worst.
shittiest.
All right.
He's a man.
I understand.
He's got expertise in this area.
Right.
He's going to sit with you. Some days you're going to hate him. Some days you're going to love him.
Right.
But he knows what he's doing. I know the guy's credentials.
Yes.
Yeah, I was involved with that.
I know the guy's address. He better know what he's doing.
Right. He better, because there's a lot of money going on.
Yeah,
but as I said when you were first talking about it, it's a commitment you have to make to go through the rough patches and this lovely honeymoon.
Right, this is a honeymoon
going
phase.
on here.
I went to my psychiatrist and I said, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. And by the end of the session, I felt great. So it was like, you're always going to have those feelings you want to get away from therapy.
Right.
I just say, look, who the hell knows what's going on? You've had a volatile past. The horror of your father, as you point out. And who knows what else went on there. You might have blocked out a lot of shit that you don't even know really what went on.
Well, I mean, I can tell you for one thing, I was never abused in any way.
I don't
no.
that
does nothing.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
Me neither. I mean, look at us. Who's going to abuse us? No one's attracted to us.
Abuse comes in many colors.
Believe me, I wish someone would have abused
No,
me.
I'm just saying. I just
paid attention.
And anybody can formulate an opinion on what you just said. I just want to make sure I was not abused.
I'm not talking about abuse.
Right. I understand.
You know,
and you're right.
If anything, my abuse was people ignored me because of the way
that
I
was
looked.
terrible for you.
Right. I wish someone would have touched me inappropriately.
I want to be abused.
So anyway, listen.
Right.
This is a topic for off the air, but the fact of the matter is...
So let's do it on.
Let's do it on. No. What I'm saying
so much
is...
better on.
No, I appreciate
even this episode with Joe Buck,
right?
While I believe it was, television for me, anything goes. I'm not uptight. But I have a feeling even this weighs on you more heavily than you even know. That this is a lot of attention all of a sudden.
It is.
And there's a lot of pressure in it. Even the way, like, you're trying to convince this sports guy
Russo,
that you were funny.
Mad Dog. You're convincing the Mad Dog.
You're caught
I'm turning into the Mad.
You're caught up in a lot here, and there's a lot going on top of which you're running around the country promoting this book, doing stand-up.
It's a crazy month
and you just got off heroin. So...
It's nuts.
I'm saying this whole schedule sounds crazy to me. Everything about this sounds crazy to me.
Right.
Is what I'm saying to you. And, there's got to be time also to just sit down, relax, get in touch with your thoughts.
You're right.
And really focus on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening here. I see a lot of busyness to keep you busy, to keep you off of the heroin.
Off of Artie.
Yeah. Keep you away from it. Keep you off Artie, keep you off heroin, keep you off whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of energy going on here. And I'm just,
a lot of distractions is what they call it.
And I hope the psychiatrist will sit with you and try and sort of say, hey, Artie, slow down. Learn to say no to a few things.
Well, that's what he said. He goes, because I called him from L.A., and he's like, where are you going? Like, I told him my schedule.
Right.
And up until July 1st, it is crazy.
And even with this show, it's like not everything has to happen at once. Like I always say to Artie, this is a long haul. We have another year and a half. Let's slow it down. Let's just take it easy. There's a lot of panic and pressure here going on. And I worry about you. And I've said this to you off the air, and I'll say it to you on the air. You're a friend, a dear friend. You're a good-hearted man. And I hope the audience doesn't forget that because, a lot of people are saying they hear Artie's anger. They hear he's vicious right now. You're a good guy. You're a good-hearted soul, and I know that about you. But I'm hoping and praying that you do take some time for yourself. Sit down. Yeah, okay, so you don't go away and do stand-up for a week, and it's going to cost you money for not doing stand-up, but...
Who cares?
I'd rather you spend the money,
right,
go to a shrink, and sit there and talk about yourself, even till you're sick of talking about yourself, till you break through, until you get to understand what's going on, and let him understand who you are.
Right.
Because if the theory is that you're insane, good, get medicated. That's easy. That they can fix. If it's not insanity that you're doing this to yourself.
Howard makes this all. Not everybody is capable of dealing with the medication either.
That's right.
It's not that easy.
No, what I'm saying is this is complicated. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Artie's insane.
I don't either.
But I'm saying is, go get
if I was insane, Howard, I don't think you'd keep me here. I mean,
you don't know that for sure, Artie. I've seen him hire insane people.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sitting 2 feet from him every day.
They couldn't keep the job.
Insane people, listen.
Right.
I'm being dramatic for purposes on the air, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on inside of you, nor do you.
You know what? You're right.
I don't know what's going on inside of me.
That's what's scary.
I'm having somebody diagnose me and help me.
And you know what? And for years, I pushed that away, and now I'm embracing it.
All right, there you go.
And and it's a lot of credit goes to you for that, man, and I appreciate it. You found the guy, and I love the guy.
Well, Artie, as important as all of this is.
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to say is, because I much like Artie, I am fascinated by people who are out of control, you know, because he's always talking about, his hero, Keith Richards and John Belushi, and, every hero he has, Charlie Parker, they're all crazy. And, and they were literally insane.
That's right.
And I was watching that Hunter S. Thompson thing, or Thomas, whatever his name
Hunter
was.
S. Thompson. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching a documentary about him.
Yeah.
And the man's brilliant, but he's in pain every day of his life. And he's taking these drugs to try to get out of his own head. And eventually, it took a long time, but he eventually killed himself. And it was like, that's what I worry about with Artie, is the darkness.
That's right.
That severe.
Well, that's why it has to be diagnosed.
Well, and you can't
get diagnosed in a day on something like that. So
Hunter S. Thompson, I believe, blew his head off at the age of 60 because that's the exact age Hemingway did. I think he said, Hemingway blew his head off when he was 60, and that's what I'm going to do. Believe me, guys, I promise you, I'm not in that place. I'm not there.
All right.
I'm not
That's
there.
good.
I'm far from it, as a matter of fact. I might be annoying, but I'm happy.
By the way, as important as all of this is, there's something more important to discuss. Everybody is here for the Bang My Dad update.
By the way, I saw these people. This was so funny. I saw them on the street yesterday as I'm driving. The two daughters and the father, and he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happened right after this. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down.
Wow, that was a rough hour, man.
Well, listen, you're the toast of the town. You're the man of the hour.
I don't even care about that shit. I mean, I appreciate the last 10 minutes here, but... I promise you, I'm doing better, and I'm working on everything really hard because I want to be alive forever now.
Yes.
And I got a second chance. The doctor told me I'm lucky to be healthy. I always thought I was going to die from health issues, and he said, no, if you can control your anger and stuff and not destroy yourself, you'll be around for a long time.
You might actually live.
And I want to live for a long time.
Well, that's good news.
All right.
Not to everybody on the Stern Fan Network, but I do want to live for a long time.
The Stern Fan Network wants everyone dead.
It is weird that it's getting this much attention, though. I mean, Joe Buck, if he pretends to be upset about this, I really think it's stupid. But again, I don't want to show any anger.
There was one line in that whole thing, and it happened to be the very first line, that maybe Artie would take back or change, make it a little less...
I wouldn't take it back because it got a reaction. But Scott's right, it was strong. But if you take that line out, I don't think there's that much of a deal right now.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, I said the jizz line during the internet part.
Maybe we're desensitized because where we work, but I tell you, we all fucking laughed.
And everyone in the crowd was laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear me bomb? I didn't bomb.
No.
Yeah, Ross Greenberg did not return our phone call.
Of course not. Ross Greenberg, I don't think is operating on a ton of brain power.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Are you excited for the big Vegas trip?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people going. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Plan on catching some shrapnel there?
I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Can I explain something?
What about? Do you think you'll get? Go ahead, Bench.
No.
You sure? You're gonna be JD. Will you be? You're going to be at Artie's event, which you're picking the Miss Howard TV.
Me and Ronnie,
right? And aren't you going to be holding a camera?
Well, yeah.
Can't you act like you're in charge? Like, okay, move over.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation.
You got to talk to Ganji. Ganji's utilized that stupid camera for years to get laid.
Really? He doesn't seem to be getting laid all that much.
He gets laid. He just doesn't talk about it.
He hits chicks over the head with the camera, and then he fucks her. Listen, Gary is right. At every gig I have JD, when I'm an hour in and I can't speak because I have emphysema, I need some water. So it used to be Teddy, and I'd get the whole place to chant homo. It was great. But now JD comes out, and people love JD.
Right.
When he comes out, he gets an enormous cheer, and I'm like, I go to the girls, someone fuck him. And I guess maybe it's happened a few times or no times. How's it going with that, bro?
It has Not happened at all. Hold on. A couple of times there have been, situations where I've hung out with girls, but nothing came of it.
Some pictures, it looks like you're fucking Teddy in Detroit, St. Louis, Vegas, L.A., Pittsburgh.
That's how it is.
Artie, you might have to take it to the next level. You might have to say, who's willing to fuck JD? Please come up to the stage.
Well, it might turn into I have to fuck JD.
Well, I mean, because it's a lot of girls that have guys that come to the shows.
Tell me which guys. I know people that can make them disappear.
Well.
They could be on a flight to Detroit and be there in an hour. The guy won't ever be found again.
Well, last time you guys were in Vegas, you helped JD out a lot, Artie. Remember?
Yeah, I paid for it. And there's no shame in that, by the way.
Listen.
See the movie The Hangover. The Hangover will make people think differently about Vegas whores. They can be very sweet.
Yeah, she was so nice and clean and cute.
No, right now Vegas whores get a bad rap.
You gonna be hanging with Ronnie?
I don't know. I know we're gonna go to the big appearance at the Rick's, whatever.
Oh, I'm going. Here's the schedule. Here's the schedule Saturday, right? And if this doesn't get a guy
hold on. Ronnie's Friday night.
Okay, whatever the fuck it is. Friday night, we're going to Rick's every night, asshole. Okay. Every night there's a party at Rick's. All right. So Friday night's the official Ronnie party at Rick's. Saturday, if we go to sleep, we get up. And in the afternoon, me, Ronnie, and all the guys judge the new Miss Howard TV. They're expecting 200 women by the pool at the Hard Rock.
Eu julguei, realmente existe. Palavra feia, jantado.
Todas as estações. Shadow 1 falando.
Enfim.
A nossa mobilização foi autorizada.
Mas eu tinha feito o juntado e juntada. Noturno, noturna. Não tem R. Faltou um R aqui mesmo. Faltou um R, um E. Ai.
Ressurgência. Não morra e mantenha seu time na luta. Você é o líder da equipe. Marca um ponto de aterrissagem, soldado. Inimigo chegando na AO.
Let's go.
Eu não errei o prédio. Que milagre. Tá quebrado ali nas costas dele. Deve ter pulado já.
Só tem uma saída do Ender.
Uma saída do Ender e um sonho.
Aí eu travei.
Travou, mas que?
Tem gente andando aqui fora.
Tem dois comigo, cuidado, gente. Dois aqui ó, na frente, ó. Sai, corna! Ué, cadê os caras? Tinha dois caras aqui.
Tem ninguém aqui.
Tinha dois caras, rasguei os dois, eles meteram o pé.
Não tinha ninguém, cara.
Velho. Oi, eu achei meu bolinho de dinheiro de vocês. Como tá achando? Nossa, eu tô com duas pizzas.
Tem gente aqui, ó, embaixo. Entrou aqui, ó, na janelinha de baixo.
É de flango com catupiry?
Tá no andar de baixo, ó. Tá aí, velho.
Não caiu de ruim, né? O último tá aí também, tá aqui também. Pega pra wipear. Tem shield, galera. Boa! Refrega é o nome disso. Que dor de barriga. Nossa, tá doendo muito meu estômago, véi.
Vamos tá comprando loadas?
Vamos tá comprando. Nossa, do nada.